Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist. Credit to Cimo and Houseman for inventing the series. I have a huge announcement to make momentarily, but first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, so I do have a big announcement. At the end of this episode, right, watch till the end, and then at the end, I'm going to scroll through every single card that we have, and you guys can put a deck list in the, I don't know, the comments, I guess, or you could just, I guess, like send a screenshot with like, you know, like an image, whatever's easier, that way you don't have to type anything out, just a image screenshot, but I will play whatever deck list gets like the most likes in the comments. If you guys pick a deck list, like I said, I will scroll through every single card that we have. You guys can make a deck, and I will make it, and I will play it next episode, within reason, of course. But I will basically scroll through everything we have slowly at the end, and I'll make something, and we'll see what I get to play. But this is what I'm playing at the beginning of this episode. If it doesn't work out, then I'll switch to something else. But we've got Warrior Toolbox. This is basically like a GOAT deck. I've taken out I've taken out the Barrier Statue, I've taken out the Yugioh, I've taken out stuff like that. The entire point is just to basically summon level 4 monsters that all have cool utility. They're majority warriors. We've got obviously the Iron Dragon here and along other things, but we have a few things like the Colonel, C-String, we have the Gagagas and the Dododos and all these things that special summon themselves in the Hata. We actually have a Ray, and I didn't realize this, but we actually have Ray, plus we have the Hayate, which I didn't even know we had, but this is basically 3,000 damage on board, plus it floats, which is kind of cool, or it's 1,500 whenever we want to, because it attacks directly. So if we ever get close, like a very low in life points in a duel, like one Ray is essentially like the end of the game anytime we want to, which is kind of crazy, because there's been so many situations where I've been, like, my opponent's been low on life points, and I could have won, but I didn't, because I didn't have something like this, but Ray's now around. My arch nemesis, and then, like I said, we've got basically what's going on the screen here. I took out most of the cards that are like, you know, all of the stuff that helps Barrier Statue I've taken out, stuff like Threatening Roar, stuff like that. Like, all that stuff is gone because there's no Threatening Roar, doesn't really matter, so we're just gonna play what's on the screen here. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We just switch and play something else. Alright, so we just lost a coin flip, and our opponent actually made us go first, which is a very concerning thing. It would have been concerning had we not drawn such a serious hand here. So we've got access to Time Thief, and we've got the Anti-Spell, which I forgot we pulled. I actually put this back. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Heroic Call, which, for those of you that don't know, is just a free special summon of a warrior and negates the effects, but it doesn't really matter. Special summons any warrior, doesn't matter which one. I guess I'll just summon this one. Like I said, doesn't matter. And in this case, it's actually really good, because this negates the effects. So theoretically, if we were going second, this would change the defense mode, but its effects are negated, so it wouldn't change the defense mode. In that case, it would actually be a good thing. So we're going to normal summon out the Spiral Tough, and now we're going to go into the hero of the deck, Time Thief Redoer. We don't have enough to extend to like a Crusadia yet, so I'm just going to go end on this, and I'm going to set the Anti-Spell and the Sarketsu armor, and it's honestly not that bad. Like I said, I kind of forgot that we had Anti-Spell in our deck. He did choose to go second, which is usually concerning, but we have Anti-Spell, so if he has like Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster and all the usual suspects, it doesn't really matter, because we've got this right in the draw phase. It's fantastic. So if he has anything, we slow him down immediately. So that's pretty cool. Yep, the Anti-Spell is going to resolve. I'm fine with that. Let's see. We get to use the effect of Time Thief to grab a card off the top of our opponent's deck. It is a monster card. It is, no way, we're playing against Skull Servants, which is kind of cool. There's a field spell that has to be set. This is great. And then he has to set a bunch of stuff, because again, he can't do anything. We anti-spelled him. Now, what sucks is we don't have any back row removal, so the anti-spell is very temporary. So next turn, we'll actually have to deal with this stuff. But as of right now, we're slowly not having to deal with it, which is kind of nice. Battle phase, I don't know why he goes to battle phase, and main phase. That was incredibly weird. Okay, let's go back to our turn here. We're going to draw the Dragoodies, which honestly, I'm just going to normal summon because I don't have anything to discard right now anyway, so I'll just normal summon the Dragoodies and it'll float, hopefully. Actually, now, ooh, he's playing Numeron. He's playing Numeron. Okay. Now, the question is, do I want to activate that? That's a really good card, by the way, to take off the top. But that's, okay. That's besides the point, but that's a really good card to take off the top. Dang, okay. I think I just want to attack and then attack with the Dragoodies. Dragoodies float, so I'm fine with that. Just going to go to battle phase here. And I'm going to probably attack with the Dragoodies and then attack directly with the other monster. He's got 1,000. That makes sense. That is the exact card you'd think it would be. And yeah, let's go for another attack here. Main phase 2. We're going to activate this to detach the calling and nothing else. Bestial Magnamut's pretty good, actually, against his deck. It's not bad. It's not the worst card. It's not the best card. And then we just pass. I think we just pass here. And this should be good, actually, because Time Thief can take itself off the field. Dragoodies doesn't. Dragoodies floats, so if it gets destroyed, we're good. And then we've got the Anti-Spell and the Sarketsu, which are both still kind of a good card against his deck. And then we pulled Scrap Iron Scarecrow off the top. So he's got a kind of deck we don't. Oh, there they go. That'll do it. See you guys. Which is, anti-spell came in clutch. I mean, otherwise we would have just, I mean, technically, it doesn't really matter. And there goes, now we're dealing with the Numeron stuff. He's going to send a Numeron calling, which, what I've already said, the worse the player, the least likely they are to brick. Which means he's probably, I would almost guess, playing 3 copies of this card, and yet he was still able to only draw 1. He was able to keep 1 in the deck, because typically with most builds, you only play 2 of this, so... Knowing this guy's got 3 of those, even though we got lucky enough to like get one off the top of his deck, he probably has more. Now, what does suck is we're in a little bit of trouble here. I don't know if this is enough to OTK here. He's going to attack the Dragoodies, which I kind of have to let it go through. He's going to take some damage there. They're all going to buff themselves. And hold on, what did I use to make this? Any darks, please? Darks? Yes, a light. Okay, so then we're good. We can survive this because we have Bestial Magnamut. So we're going to allow him to destroy our monster. And then he's going to beef himself up again, which again is fine. We're going to activate the Dragoodies. It's fine because we have some plays here. We have Time Thief leaving, which will put this card in the graveyard, which will allow Bestial Magnamut to come out, which will activate this. It will definitely activate Time Thief Redoer. Now, which monster hasn't attacked? He attacked with 1 Book of Eclipse. My boy. It's fine though. Book of Eclipse is. He just eclipsed his own monsters. Why did he eclipse his own? Okay. I'm gonna detach this thing, and I guess my monster still leaves the field. Okay, that's. I don't know how that was a play that makes sense there. He can't even do anything with them now. Why did he do that? They still get banished though, right? Book of Eclipse, and then we get to resolve all of our effects, which we're gonna resolve the Dragoodies to add. Who do we want to add? Ray to attack directly. We can. Who do we have in hand? Bestial Magnamut, Ray. Honestly, I think this dude would be pretty good. The Goblinberg would be pretty good. Yeah, Ray can do 1,500 damage, but like 1,500 damage isn't really doing much. So I think Goblinberg is the best bet we've got right now. Yeah, we'll add the Goblinberg, and Time Thief. We'll use Time Thief. We'll put him here, and we'll activate the Bestial Magnamut. We'll banish his monster, because why would we banish our own? And then we'll be able to search for Tiamon. So we'll summon that right here, and we'll apply the effect immediately. Search out Tiamaton. And I guess we can summon this stuff, but I don't really need to right now. Okay, we'll go back to our turn, and we have freed the Brave Wanderer. Can special summon. And I think the best card we could possibly make right now is actually... Yeah, the best card that we could possibly make is actually Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avermax, because I don't think that they actually do have an out to this in Numeron. So we're going to go ahead and special summon this, popping one of these columns. It doesn't really matter which. So we're going to summon it in this column. We're going to pop all of the stuff here. Okay, and then we're going to normal summon Goblinberg, and we're going to activate Goblinberg, special summon Freed the Brave Wanderer. out onto the field. He has the ability to pop 2 lights to target a face-up card. Our opponent doesn't have any, so that doesn't matter anyway. So now we flip the Time Thief, and I think the best play right now would be to go into a Time Thief redo, not Time Thief, into what's his name. So we have other things that we can do. We can go into Diamond Dyer to pop this, but again, I don't really think that really actually benefits us. As long as he controls a monster, we're good. So he's got the Evil Gishki Morogeist, which can actually shuffle back these things, but we don't want to shuffle them back. So let's see what we can do here. All right, so we're gonna go 1 and 2. We're gonna link these 2 away. Go into Wee Witch Apprentice, and then we're gonna go continue to play hopefully here. And we're gonna go 2 more links here. We're gonna go, it doesn't matter who, but let's go Baba Barber. So I'm gonna Baba Barber right here, and then we're gonna go now into our other monster here, which is gonna be the Crusadia Avermax. We're gonna summon out right here. And now we're in a good situation because Crusadia Avermax is the only monster that can be attacked, so our Time Thief is essentially protected. And he has to attack his own. We don't have to gain anything because it doesn't really matter. But his thing's protected. He can boost his own attack, but it doesn't really matter. And we can just attack. Not that it matters, but we'll attack this. Just to flip these because they won't be destroyed. They can't be destroyed by battle anyway. And then we just main phase 2 and we'll just pass. We'll just pass. So we have a protected Time Thief right now, and we have a Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. That's pretty cool, right? And this can't be targeted, and he has to attack this, and if he attacks this, then we get to beef up our own attacks. So we're just gonna deal with his board with the Time Thief. Unfortunately, because he used that Book of Clip, he actually dodged around all of this stuff, which is kind of cool for him. It's actually really good for him actually. He got to essentially like play around all of this. Now what is scary is that he could have stuff like Raigeki, which can totally out this monster. But I mean, I guess that's fine. But we do have some cool plays here too. All right, he's going to go to battle phase. I don't know if he realizes the only thing he can attack is Crusadia Avermax, which I'm okay with. He can attack that. Activate the effect of Crusadia Avermax to gain 1,000. The effect of Crusadia Avermax to gain attack is not once per turn. So it literally doesn't matter. It is not once per turn. It's not once per battle. So he can keep, every time he attacks, we essentially are still good. He's going to go into the other guy, which is, yeah, this dude, the one that like next standby phase banishes everything. I guess does this banish our monsters too? Banish all monsters on the field. That sucks. So we're going to go ahead and activate Time Thief to draw a card. And unfortunately, this does not hit the graveyard, which sucks for us. But we are going to detach and draw a card. We're drawing a Hata, which is pretty good. He's going to banish all our stuff. And that does burn damage, and he's going to be able to do the Numeron stuff all over again here, which is not good for us. And he's going to go directly to end phase. He's going to banish all that. I don't even know what that was about. So now we're going to draw. We have access to a level 4, which we're going to go into. Let me see, let me make sure we've got the right plays here. We can go into Sue Ship. We can go, which is game. If we summon that, we can go into Sue Ship. We can go into Crooked Cook, which is, if he's the only card on the field, he's unaffected by all their card effects. So that would be pretty good. So even if he has a card that stops our attack, we can still do our thing, because he will be the only card on the field. So that's actually pretty good. We also have Morogeist. I mean, we have a lot of different cards that are good. I think the best card to go into would actually be Crooked Cook in this situation. I could also go into the Sue Ship and then pop this, but I think he's out of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon the Nahata, if he allows me to. Maxi's fine. Maxi's completely fine, except for the fact that he might draw into, like, Scrap Iron Scarecrow or something dumb like that. Like, this is the kind of thing. Swift Scarecrow is the type of thing that we're, like, actually concerned about right now. Everything else is fine as long as he doesn't draw into something like this. So now his effect resolves. We are going to special summon multiple times. We just straight up are. And then, yeah, like, that's the only thing I'm really concerned about. We're going to normal summon this. And now we go into a Link monster here, or an X-Seed monster. I think Crooked Cook's the play because he's unaffected by all other card effects, as long as he's the only card on the field. So I think that actually is the play. We go into this, and even if he has, like, Nibiru, Nibiru can't do anything, but even if this does something, this will be unaffected. So, of all the plays, I think this is the best one. Alright, now we go to battle phase, and hopefully things go through here. Hopefully. Oh my god. Not the Battle Fader. See, this is exactly what I was concerned about. Alright, exactly what I was concerned about. I guess we just go to end phase now. Exactly what I was worried about, Battle Fader. And he probably drew it off the Max C too. That's what's sad. Again, there's nothing really I could have done there. There's no other play that I guess we could have done. And now he's going to do a bunch of damage to us because of this Numeron. And I don't even know how much damage it is. Is that game? Yeah, it's game. That sucks. That sucks. I try to play around it. What are the chances? He drew a Battle Fader. Alright, we just won the coin flip. We chose to go first. This hand is absolutely rough. There's nothing I can really even go into, honestly. I'm looking at it. There's really nothing I can really do. I play this card to send this and then special summon this from the graveyard when this is targeted for an attack. I drew the brick. What are the chances? So I think, honestly, the best play is actually a normal summon array. Hope that he sees this and goes, oh shit, he's playing Sky Strikers, and gets scared. Like, that's our best play. So we're going to go into this, and that's probably the best play I could have possibly made, and then I'm just going to pass. And this may not be enough here. Really bad hand. Really, really bad hand. Like, almost... I mean, half our deck is monsters, but to draw a whole hand of monsters is tough. Parry Knights might be on its way out, even though it's my first time. I mean, the thing is, this is one of those hands where sometimes the hand is an anomaly, and I'm not sitting through this. There's no way. I have nothing in my hand. I'm not sitting through it. Okay, so we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent made us go first, which is always mildly concerning. Our hand is okay. I guess we have the Rook. We're going to activate the Rook to send something from our deck. We're going to send the Parry Knights to the graveyard. We're going to set Deep Prison and Memory Loss and just pass here. We didn't draw any special summons, so I guess this is it for what we're able to do here. Again, this deck is a little on the weaker side in terms of the special summons. It's not quite as nice as the notice how he's gonna kaiju us. He's gonna kaiju our Rook's Knight, our puppet Rook, which is incredible. And then he's got Mekanko, which, I mean, I think we understand. I think we understand what this means. I think I usually scoop, and then you guys are like, don't scoop, play it out. It's like, you guys get all dramatic on me. This targets a monster. Their monsters can't be targeted when they're equipped. This negates an attack position monster, changes it to defense mode. I guess that's good. Actually, we might do that. But he's going to summon another one anyway. They usually don't summon one monster. But this is one of those decks that we don't actually have an answer to, unfortunately, because, like, even if they end their turn right now, right? Even if they end their turn and we stop them, the problem is we don't have anything beyond this point. Their monsters can't be destroyed by battle. We take any damage. We don't have a lot of spell and trap card removal in our deck whatsoever. We just don't have a lot of spell and trap card removal. So, unfortunately, we kind of just, no matter what, we lose this duel. This is one of those decks. Another one, it's just, there's certain matchups where I can't win because of the nature of our deck. Alright, so we just won the coin flip, and we are going first. We have a half-decent hand here, actually. We have Dragooties, we have Boxer, Donzalug, and, yeah, this stuff. So we're going to activate the Heroic Call to special summon a warrior. We're going to special summon Donzalug, and then we're going to normal summon out the Boxer. We're going to end on essentially 2 interruptions here. We're going to end on, well, one guaranteed interruption, and Time Thief, who is sometimes an interruption and sometimes a disappearing act. So this is pretty much it. I'm not going to activate this because I don't have a discard anyway, but I'll save it in hand for a follow-up. But depending on what he has, this can be a good enough hand depending on what he's got. So we're going to activate the Time Thief to grab a card off the top. Hopefully we get something good. It's a monster, and it is a Witchcrafter, which means, you know what's insane? Like, Witchcrafter plays so many spell cards, and we happen to get them. Like, what are the chances? And then we've got Time Thief and Forbidden Chalice. We'll see what we can do here. We'll see what we can do. He's going to activate triple if your opponent activates a monster. We did. He can set a trap card directly from his deck. If your opponent controls a monster, add it to your hand instead. So he's going to be able to add the spell or trap card to his hand because we activated our Time Thief Redoer. He's going to be able to add Grass Looks Greener to his hand. Wow. Okay. What a consequence. What a crazy consequence. We activate a Time Thief, don't get shit, and then this guy gets a Gets a grass looks greener off the fact that we didn't get shit off our time thief redoer. And now he's got, I'm just gonna, you know what? Sometimes I'm just gonna wait it out because I'm just kind of curious as to how far he's gonna go here. So I mean, I have one interruption, but I mean, this is unbelievable. He's gonna be able to fusion summon out of the graveyard, which is gonna make their Vice Madame, whatever. And then he's gonna be able to add back at the end phase. He's gonna be able to add back all of these Witchcrafter cards, just crazy. And then he's got, of course, I almost forgot. He's got the entire engine of did he mill them? Did I see it right? Yeah, he's got the entire adventure engine. He's gonna be able to destroy one card on the field. We're gonna activate the effect of Forbidden Chalice to negate that, which is our final interruption. But of course, he's got cards in hand, so he's got even more stuff. Add a Witchcrafter card, he's going to chain that. I mean, nothing I can do about that. He's going to Super Poly, can't respond. That's gone. I don't even know why he did half this stuff, honestly. So now he's going to resolve all his effects because his cards won't be on the field anyway. Or I guess neither of our cards will be on the field. I would try to banish him, but I mean, I can't respond anyway. That is just incredible. He's going to make a Starving Venom. And he has nothing to copy. At least that's positive. But he's going to be able to pop with the Madam. But I mean, it doesn't matter because, again, that card was designated for the graveyard anyway. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't have any recovery plays, really. And we don't have any... I mean, is there anything we can even draw in our deck that would even help us at this point? Alright, so that is going to be the end of the game. That is the hardest I've ever been punished for activating a Time Thief Redoer to get a card off the top. Not only did we not get anything off the top of his deck, but this guy got a Grass Looks Greener off of the fact that I Time Thief Redoered. Alright, so we just won the coin flip again. Our hand is looking kind of crappy. We have the Heroic Call, Small World, Iron Dragon, Sarketsu Armor. I mean, I guess we can start Iron. We could do this. I mean, we're going to go Tiamon. And I want to get to Nahata, so I have to pick something that's not like Nahata. This is not like Nahata other than the level, so I could just pick that and not have to worry about it too much. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'll go with this instead. And I'm going to, get the Nahata. It's cool. We have a way to search it now. We're going to activate this effect. And he's going to Max C. That sucks. Max C is definitely quite annoying. Today's been another day. It's just like incredibly rough. Like every time I try to switch decks and try to play something a little more fun, this is what happens. It's like I take out the barrier statue. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have some fun this game around, and then I just play against like non-stop like Max C. It's like the game wants me to be a villain. I don't want to do this, but like, what am I supposed to do? So now we go into Time Thief, and we just go into Sarketsu and pass. This is the best we've got. I guess we could have kept extending, but there's no point to extend anymore. We have the Heroic Call for next turn if we need it, but this is what we've got. Like I said, every single time I try to play a new deck that doesn't Floodgate, I end up getting punished. We got a monster off the top. They're playing Sword Soul, which means this game's pretty much over, because obviously they're just gonna full combo us here, and they're gonna Kaiju us too. So they'll Galdara, or Godarla, I'm sorry. They're gonna Godarla, and they're playing Speedroids, not even Sword Soul. So I mean, I guess we'll sit through a little bit of this, see where this goes. He's gonna Totem Bird. He can negate a Spawn Trap card, which can negate our Sarketsu Armor, which is basically the end of that. And that's what Spawn Trap cards activate, detach 2 materials. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for us. That is actually really good. Yeah, this card's really good. The Totem Bird. What do? He special summon this. He special summon this, then he special summon this, and then he got a free Totem Bird out of it. That's such a like randomly terrible card. Like, that's such a bad thing to play in Sword Soul, but it just completely worked out. I don't get it sometimes. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the worst the player, the most amazing hands sometimes spawn. It's like, why in the world would you play either of these two things in Sword Soul to end on this? Like, what if you just draw this? What does this do in Sword Soul? Nothing, but like, this guy seems to play it anyway. Like, seriously, like, what does this, like, let's say you draw a Takatomborg, like, what does it do for you in Sword Soul? I mean, I guess if you have Taya, you can special summon it, but then what? You can make, what, a level 11? Our opponent is going to make Angel of Zera. They have Barone, Angel of Zera. I and I lose here because he has the negate. So I'm gonna try to activate this, but obviously he has the negate, so it's not gonna work out. And it pretty much we're done here. Totem Bird and this are both negates, which is insane. I'm just switching back to the old deck. Every time I try to play a new deck, it's like we get the most outrageous matchups in the world. It's like I watch other masochists play sometimes, and they'll play against, like, you know, like kind of subpar decks where it goes kind of back and forth. Like I don't ever play those anymore. I really do just play like full real decks now. So I guess we have to play the villain deck. We don't really have a choice. Alright, I think the era of like fun decks is pretty much over. We're back on the Yugi Jr. deck. This is the deck that we have that does the most. And sometimes we just barrier statue and just win like that, and then other times we just time thief and protect them. But basically this is the only deck that we've got that consistently can actually beat meta decks. Because I don't know if it's just the time that I play. I don't know if it's just because I don't know if it's like the hour that I play during the day, but we just play nonstop, like actually competent people. Even if they're a little bit bad, we play a lot of competent people, so we have to play something like this. Okay, so we just won the coin flip. Our hand already looks more menacing than all of the other hands that we've had. We've got a barrier statue and a way to protect it. I mean, that is more than you can usually ask for. So we're going to barrier statue instead of Paleozoic. We have not played against a single fire deck this entire evening. Let's hope that that continues, because we really need that right now. Not playing against a fire deck would be fantastic for us. If he's playing Snake Eye, I mean, things happen. I mean, it is out here. I mean, we can't really complain about it. But we have not touched Snake. Like, no one's played it against us. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't have Snake Eye. End phase. You love to see it. Alright, let's, couldn't be happier. I feel like I won the lottery. Alright, that's not a bad draw either. That's double protection for our barrier statue. Alright, we gotta get in there. We gotta do damage ASAP. So we're gonna summon out the familiar possessed and start attacking before things. See, this is the kind of, I don't know what deck he's playing, but he could be playing a deck that's actually really good, but the barrier statue just completely stumped him right now. So this is why this deck is the one that I end up playing. Like, listen, I don't really want to play the barrier statue. It's actually kind of boring to play this, but the problem is when we don't play the barrier statue, we just play against fully constructed, even if they're not meta decks, they're just fully constructed deck, and we can't beat them because they just have recursion and advantage and combos, and they're very tough to beat. So sometimes cards like this slow down the game state and put us it allows us to play the game at a pace that works for us. He's going to search the souls, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of fine. Souls is a little he's going to activate it. That's the worst thing you could possibly do because you can't resolve it. What he should have done is just normal summoned it and then shuffled away, or yeah, sent cards to the graveyard and then drew cards. That's what he should have done, because that just does nothing right now. If he had just normal summoned it, sent some useless spawn trap cards, dug a little deeper in his deck, maybe he could have drawn some removal for the barrier statue. That's what he 1,000,000% should have done, but I guess he just decided to send this. And the problem with the Magician in the graveyard, normally you want it in the graveyard, but Eternal Soul does 0 right now, because without Eternal Soul in the loop, and he scoops. Yeah, like I said, this deck wins, and it gets us packs, and it gets us better cards. Whereas the other deck it gets us nothing. Like we literally will lose 5-10 in a row because we're just playing constructed decks, and we literally have no shot sometimes. It's actually kind of infuriating, even if this is more boring to watch. Alright, so we just ranked up into Platinum 5. Platinum 5, we've got 200 gems. I have so many gems right now, I don't even know what to do with them, because, well, I know what to do with them. The only thing I can do is buy master packs. But I have so many gems, they're actually going to the gift boxes. We have 2 packs. We have to spend. We have to go get some more packs. We absolutely have to. I have to go on a winning streak. Alright, let's open up this master pack. It's not shining, but I need a few cards that are, I need quite a few cards that are rare, so I don't really care. So we're going to go through these somewhat fast. We got a Bujin. There's a newer Bujin, I believe. I swear, we have so many Bujins. I really got to look at Bujins. They might be a deck that we play. We just need to pull some of the Link monsters. We don't have Driver, so none of these are really useful until we pull Driver. Empty Machine is a card for Time Lords. Yeah, I don't believe that this really even helps us. Discard at level 10, draw a card. We only have 1 Time Lord, so that's not going to help. This is obviously a Fur Hire card. I don't think that's going to be useful. Cup of Ace. I said a long time ago if we drew this, I would play it. But that was like such a long time ago where I would have played it a long time ago. The problem with this is, like, of course, I mean, we could be high rollers and just play it. It is Pot of Greed. The problem is if we lose the Pot of Greed, then we lose the game. But we're already losing games anyway, so honestly, I might really play that. Then we've got this, which is not going to work for us. This is actually a 2 level 3s. Not actually a bad card, but we don't have any level 3s. We don't really have level 3 usability right now. It's not a bad card, though, because it's going to help us end games. Inflict 100 for each of your opponent's banished monsters. Not a bad card. Let's see what the super rare is. We've got G Golem. Is this the card we need? So this card's not bad. Here's the unfortunate part. Although it's not a bad card, we need more of this Pebble Dog, because it literally requires another Pebble Dog to be usable. So we pulled one, and that's like fine and all, but on normal summon or special summon, it searches or it summons another one, which helps you like link climb and stuff. But unfortunately, with one, it just does nothing on its own, and it searches a G Golem card when sent to the graveyard, which again is a good effect, but we don't have any other G Golem cards. We have the extra deck G Golem card. So right now that does nothing. Cup of Ace, I actually might play that, because again, our deck is like, if we win that, it's our only advantage right now, so I might actually play the Cup of Ace. Alright, let's open these Master Legacy tickets. Let's open these guys, see what we get. These have been good to us. We've got Space Gate. That's an awesome looking card. This card is not horrific, but it's a little slow. It basically lets you special summon a monster from your hand, but your opponent has to attack a bunch. It's a little too slow. Head Armor is a warrior that's a level 3, which is a normal. It's overall, like, if it was a level 4, maybe we'd find a way to play it. We've got, this is, if you control a psychic, target a card in the field, destroy it, and take 1,000. I would play this if we had more psychics. Actually, that's not even a bad card. Performapal, probably just will go in our, you can, if there are no monsters on the field, you can normal summon this card without tributing. It's a level 5. It becomes level 4. I mean, it's basically, does that really matter for us? I don't think that actually matters for us. An opponent's monster monster you control gains 600. So this is kind of in a similar to, I mean, I guess it's a level 4, but it also has the effect to make, if we put in the pendulum, we can make our monster gain 600 attack, like no matter what, once per turn, which is not bad, but it's just not as good as Dragoody's. Dragoody's is better. We literally have a better version of this card already, so we don't really need to play it. All right, so I'm going to live a little. I'm going to play the Cup of Ace. Why not? We'll try it. We'll get rid of one Threatening Roar for the Cup of Ace. We'll save that, and we'll see how that goes for us. If we this is literally our first like real draw card that we've gotten, so I think it's cool. We're gonna play it because if we win, then we draw more of our floodgates and monsters, and it actually helps. If we lose, then I mean we're gonna lose anyway, so we might as well get a little bit of style points here. All right, we just won the coin flip against I'm Him. Which I thought was a pretty interesting, and he has a 14 card extra deck. This is looking good. There's already a bunch of foolishness going on. This is a really cool dual field. We've got access to both Time Thief and Barrier Statue and Crackdown. I think, which one would be the more intelligent play to make right now? Time Thief or the Barrier Statue? I mean, see, Barrier Statue, again, is just one of those things where it's just like, I look at it and I'm like I'd be a moron not to go this route, because it stops such a large percentage of the metagame that I'd have to be an idiot not to do it. So we're going to activate the Nahata and try to special summon it. So we're going to special summon it. They're not going to max C. We're going to normal summon the Barrier Statue, and then we're going to set Crackdown, and we're going to set the Shrink, and we're just going to pass here. And then next turn, we have the Shining Peacephilia, which we can accrued counters if our opponent summons stuff. We also have the Crackdown. We also have the Shrink. We also have the Sous Ship that we can go into next turn because we have 2 level 4s. So, like, overall, like, just the amount of things that the Barrier Statue accomplishes is so much more than any of our other decks because it slows the game down. I mean, it's just that simple. You ever look at the Tenyis and realize just how cool they are, like, when they're outside of Sword Soul? Like, they're such a cool archetype. They really are such an awesome archetype. I want to pull more of these. If I could pull like the water one, that would be amazing. I wonder what rarity the water one is. The water one is outrageous. That goes in our normal deck so quickly. He's going to summon a Nikitama, which is a level 4 monster that bounces itself at the end phase. Normal summon, when this card is, during this turn, this card is normal. Okay, so if I take this, does he, I'm not going to take this, but I'm actually curious. Does he, if I take that, Would he still have the normal summon? Probably not. But he can extra normal summon now to summon the Aritama. And he's going to be able to add a spirit. See, why didn't we play against these, like, interesting decks when we had our warrior deck? When we had our warrior deck, we were playing, like, the most hardcore stuff. And now we're playing against, like, Nikitama and Aritama and, like, this goofy stuff. Where was this stuff a little while ago? He's going to add the Saitama, the last one. But it doesn't matter because right now, none of them are doing anything, to be honest. So he can add whatever he wants because he can't really do anything with this. Immediately normal summon. Again, he can't special summon from the extra deck, and they're kind of weak. So he can normal summon a bunch of them. He just can't do anything else. So he can normal summon another spirit monster. But I'm not too concerned until he summons something important, in which case then I will crack down. Now, you can make the argument that I probably should have taken this one as soon as he summoned it. That's probably what I should have taken. But I guess we'll see. Oh, no, he's gonna set a card and pass. So all of these are gonna return back to his hand, and he's gonna return all those to this hand, which is fine with me. I could take his monster here. I could take one of his monsters, and no, there's no point. I was gonna say I could take one of his monsters. Literally no point. I'm turning off the chaining too. This is gonna annoy me. Yeah, I could take one of his monsters, but I mean, I think it would still return to the hand because. Well, actually, they can't activate their effects. So technically, if I take the monster, it would stay on my hand on my turn. But I mean, it would stay on the field, but I don't really need to. I'm just gonna Bestial Magnum's not bad. I mean, he's never gonna have a card in the graveyard. Neither am I. But I'm just gonna go into the Sue ship here. So I'm gonna summon out this Peacephilia. I don't know what he's got face down, but I'm just going to go into the Sue ship, and I'm just going to go to the battle phase with the Sue ship. Another card that I would oddly be really useful for our normal monster deck is if I pulled the Gungan Sue ship Shari. That would actually be very useful. And then we just go to the battle phase here, and I'm going to attack directly. And if the Sue ship does damage in the damage step, I get to destroy his face down card, which is kind of... Yep, so now at the end of damage step, we can use this, and unless this is a Solemn Strike or something like that, it pretty much gets destroyed. It is a Mirror Force Launcher, which, why didn't he activate? I guess he got destroyed. If this set card is destroyed, he can set a Mirror Force. Okay, that sucks for us because the Mirror Force can be activated this turn. He's going to set a Mirror Force that can be activated this turn, and he's going to set that thing back. Wow, what a punish. Obviously, I would be a moron to attack, and he's going to mix them too, so I don't know what's what. Yeah, both cards can be activated this turn. Fantastic. I'm not going to attack, obviously. I think we just pass here. Okay, that's one way to do it. Our opponent's gonna start the entire train of spirit monsters that he's gonna Nikitama, then he's gonna Aritama, then he's gonna whatever the other Tama is, Nikitama, Aritama, Sakitama. He's gonna go through the entire line of them. He's gonna add a spirit monster. I don't know what he's playing. Maybe it's some sort of rank 4 turbo. That card is actually really not bad. This is another card I would play 100%, but it's Sakitama is a UR. Wow, I would never imagine that. This is a good card. Like, it's a free extra. It's essentially you reveal it in normal summon itself, so it's a free summon, but like, that's kind of an outrageous rarity for a card like that. That looks like this is a card you'd think is like, it would be a rare, and you'd be like, oh, you know, that's a really good rare. Like, but no, it's a UR. Like, they weren't playing with this card. He's going to normal summon. He has an extra normal summon. He added the Crane, which is fine because I can just like take the Crane if I need to take the Crane, and I can take the Crane or shrink the Crane, so it doesn't really matter. He can summon the Crane. Oh, he's got also the Hebo, which again is fine. He's gonna be able to bounce a monster at the end phase, which is gonna be the Sue ship, which is fine with me. Actually, that's fine with me. He can bounce the Sue ship because I can just summon it next turn. I'm perfectly cool with him summoning bouncing the Sue ship. He's gonna go to battle phase, but I do have the shrink, so I'm fine with it. Declared. Declaration's fine. Battle step is fine. You ready for it? Damage step. Here we go. Activate the shrink. Shrink his Hebo, and now he loses his monster. It's a good thing I learned how to do that. That's useful. So now he lost his monster. He has a light in graveyard. It's a water. Of course it's a water. It sucks that that's a water, but it's whatever. It's not that serious because this is going to return to the hand, then we're going to have this in the graveyard. The Peacephilia is going to be in the graveyard. Now, what is annoying is that he's got freaking double Mirror Forces back there, and end phase, we're going to let him return all this stuff to the hand. He's also going to return our monster to the hand, which does suck, and then he's going to return the Sue ship to the hand. And now we know that he's got this stuff in the hand. We know that he's got the Mirror Forces back there, threatening or whatever. But yeah, I think we just pass on this here, and we just end. We don't really have anything that we can really do, so we're just gonna pass on this. All right, he's gonna go through the lines again of the Nikitama and stuff, or the Sakitama. Fine, and be able to go through this. This card's like really kind of crazy. He's gonna summon the Crane, which is fine with me. I can crack down the Crane if I need to, but I can also threatening Threatening Roar the Crane if I need to. Either one solves the problem. I think I'm just going to crack down the Crane this time around. I'm going to use the Nikitama. He's going to summon this stuff back out. This is just a crazy like lane that he gets to do. He gets to draw a card when another one is normal summoned. Yeah, that's really good, actually. It's really, really good. Pure Spirits, who would have thought? And then he's going to summon out the Aritama, which is going to allow him to search on summon. He's got a really good resource loop right now, like a really, really, really good one. Now he's going to finally summon something. He's going to add this dude right here, but which he added the spirit. Like most spirits can be normal summoned or they can be tribute summoned. He added one that can't be. Like very funny. All right, he's going to go to battle phase. I think right now the best option is to Threatening Roar. Yeah, I'm just going to Threatening Roar right now because I'll save the Crackdown because Crackdown is technically better. Crackdown is just always generally better, so I can just save it for later. But he added the only spirit monster that needs to be special summoned. It can't be tribute summoned. Most of them can be tribute summoned. If he just, I don't know if he has those or not, but if he adds one of those, we just kind of lose because he just summons a really big monster and then we just attacks over the barrier statue. But he doesn't, so I mean that's a little odd. Again, we're still kind of screwed because he's got double Mirror Force back. Well, he's got Mirror Force plus Mirror Force Launcher. All this stuff is going to get returned at the end phase here. All right, we're back to our turn. We have Messenger of Peace, which I can activate. Which will put this game at an even bigger standstill. But it'll protect our barrier statue, so why not? Let's activate it. And we just pass. Yeah, we just pass here and we end our turn. Our opponent is going to summon up Lazion, the Time Lord. This guy can shuffle all cards in our graveyard into the deck, inflict 1,000 for each card shuffled, which honestly isn't like the biggest deal ever. I might just let that go through. He can attack right now. I mean, yeah, like I said, it really doesn't do much. Battle phase. Do I really care if this stuff gets shuffled? I don't really care anyway. He's got lights and darks in his graveyard. Yeah, he's got a dark in his graveyard. So honestly, wait, is it cards or all cards? And then, oh, never mind. He just shuffles the cards back. And if we draw a card, then he inflicts 1,000. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. He can attack. So he attacks and he shuffles things back, which are fine because I actually want these in my deck. I want Nahata and I want Peacephilia in my deck right now. Both of them are low attack, so I'll take them. I don't care. And then when we draw for our draw phase, we'll lose 1,000, like whatever. I don't really, that doesn't matter. And then this thing's just going to out itself next turn anyway. That's not even a concern right now. So we're going to draw a monster that's a little too strong right now. He's going to out himself, which, well, not out himself. He's going to out himself next turn, but right now it's not really a concern. I mean, I guess what we can do is we can activate Messenger. Well, we're going to use Messenger. We're going to store up our stuff. We're going to activate this, and I think we can activate Dragoodies right now, but I don't think it's going to really help. Dragoodies is the type of card that I would want to normal summon and attack, so the Mirror Force blows it up, so we start. But nothing really matters right now anyway, because he has this on the field anyway, regardless. So I guess we can just pass here. I think we just pass here again. Nothing we can really do. Our opponent is going to switcheroo. No way. He's going to switch. This is actually a card I've been dreaming of pulling. It's a really good card. Basically, if we both control the same amount of monsters, switch control of those monsters. But we literally have the out. I'm sorry, opponent. We're going to activate Crackdown, and we're going to take his monster, which would change the amount of monsters on the field, and I don't think either of us are going to switcheroo shit. Because if I take his monster, he will no longer control the same amount of monsters, and then he won't have to switch because there's nothing to switch. So we're just going to go ahead and crack down his monster, take his monster, and we'll keep our monster. We're going to activate Switcheroo, take his monster, and that should fizzle. We got incredibly, incredibly lucky. That could have gone very badly for us, but we got lucky. Now we have this Time Lord here that's doing 0. He's doing nothing right now, and he can't attack, and he's negated, so we just have Time Lord just kind of sitting here right now. I actually would want it to be destroyed by battle or card effect, but actually, funny enough, it can't be destroyed by Mirror Force because its continuous effects still exist, even though its other effects don't. So Crackdown, funny enough, Crackdown actually stops it from activating its standby phase effect too, which is, I guess, kind of nice. Actually, is this effect continuous, the one, the drawing effect? Is that continuous effect each time your opponent draws a card, inflict? I guess he already drew, so it would have happened if it could happen. Once per turn, oh no, once per turn if your opponent draws a card, inflict 1,000. That would be crazy. If that was a continuous effect, that would have been insane. If we stole his monster and his continuous effect burned him to death, and it's a monster that's tough to out, I mean, that would have been insane. All right, he's going to go to the end phase here, and we're going to go back to our turn. This is a really like a standstill game. We drew a 1,500 attack monster here, which is just a little too strong. We're obviously just going to pay cost right now. And now I think I'm comfortable activating Dragoodies because we have the extra cards. So I'm going to activate Dragoodies. Like, I wouldn't have gone this route if he hadn't set Mirror Forces right in front of my face. I would have just attacked into them and never have known. But since he set the Mirror Force, I mean, I can't knowingly attack into a Mirror Force. I'd have to completely brain dead, so I'm just going to pass here and, yeah, go to the end phase. Our opponent's going to activate Time Tearing Morganite. This is another card that I would love to draw. This card's insane, too. He has a lot of cards that I would love to get. Switcheroo, Time Tearing Morganite. These are all cards like I would very, very honestly love to have. Like, some of these cards are even rares. Like, Switcheroo's a rare. It's just a really, really good rare. Small World, can this help us do anything? Let's find out if this can help us do anything. I mean, this can search... This can get us to a Witch of the Black Forest, which is pretty good right now because it allows us to attack, essentially. So we're going to activate this. We're going to switch our Barrier Statue to defense in a second here, but we're going to Small World, more importantly. So we're going to activate Small World, and I think the best card... So we have a few different cards that are really good that we can get into. Actually, there's a few cards that we can go to. So we can go to either Witch of the Black Forest, or we can go to the Purple Poison, because if this gets popped, we get to pop another card. So I think we're going to go to the Purple Poison. I'm going to Nefarious Archfiend, and then Purple Poison. How do we get the Purple Poison? It is a 2100 defense, 1200 attack, 4 dark. So we need a non-dark, non-spellcaster. So we can do, and then defense 1200. Okay, so this should be good right here. Either this or Peacephilia should be good. What do we care about less right now? What do we care about less? Peacephilia or the Nahata? I think Nahata probably, in this game state, probably a little bit worse. So actually, no, Peacephilia is Nahata. All right, Nahata's gone. And then we're going to search out the Purple Poison. Purple Poison or Witch. Technically, one floats, the other one does other stuff. But I guess this is slightly better. And then we close this out. And now we switch the Barrier Statue to defense. And then we normal summon the Purple Poison and start attacking. And if he destroys us with Mirror Force, we just pop another card. So we're going to switch this to defense. And then we're going to normal summon the Purple Poison. And since Purple Poison is less than 1500 attack, it can attack over whatever's going on back there. So now we attack. And if he activates Mirror Force, again, good for us. Like, because we can out more of his back row. And if he doesn't, then we just do 1200 damage. It's not much damage, but it's more than we've been able to do thus far. And what's good about this is this card actually has a continuous effect to not be destroyed. He's going to Mirror Force. Okay, that's fine with me. Now, I know that when he set the Mirror Force, this and this was Mirror Force Launcher, and this was Mirror Force. So I don't want to pop Mirror Force Launcher again. I have to pop a face-up card. I didn't even realize I have to pop a face-up card. I guess yeah, whatever. I guess I messed that one up. I thought it was just pop a card on the field. Pop a face-up card. Great. So I'm going to go for the Lazion, but Lazion can't get popped, so nothing happens. Okay, so I guess we should have gone with the Witch of the Black Forest there. And yeah, that's it. That sucks. And then we go to end phase here. Yeah, we just go to end phase. There's nothing else that we can really do. That is terrible. There's all of these like weird aspects on cards that you never like think about. If this card's destroyed by battle, you destroy a face-up card. Like, why they decided to put face-up rather than face-down when they were printing this card? Like, was face-down really that broken? If this popped, face-down cards would have been that broken, and then you just kind of overlook it. That sucks. I mean, obviously, I would have, if I could go back in time, I would go with Witch of the Black Forest, because Witch of the Black Forest would have gotten popped, and then I could have searched, like, I don't know, like anything, like Crusadia or like Iron Dragon I could have searched, or I could have searched, I don't know, like The Shining, Peacephilia, but like, or I could, Madion I wouldn't have searched. But what can you do, right? It's already too late. Alright, now he's going to go through the Nikitama and all of this stuff all over again. He's going to summon Amato Iwado. Fortunately, this is actually a spell and not a monster. So when it attacks, it'll lower, you know, its attacks and defense. So we have one, we can do it one time. We can't do it multiple times. So he has multiple strong monsters. We're kind of screwed right now. This makes it so all of the spirit monsters don't return to the hand, but it forces him to discard. Okay, so when he attacks with the Amato Iwado, we can actually prevent it. Amato Iwado is a crazy card because it stops all monster effects from activating. But I mean, I don't know why he's attacking this, because he can't get destroyed by battle and we take no battle damage. So I don't even know why even attack this. It does nothing unless he knows something that we don't. Unless he knows something that we don't, this is a pointless attack. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's just a battle that doesn't really matter. Main phase 2, he's going to end on that. Okay, and none of these get bounced back, but he has to discard every end phase. Discard one card every end phase. This is a card, another one. I haven't seen this card in so long. It was printed in, I believe, Labyrinth of Nightmare, maybe it was printed. Really old Yu-Gi-Oh set. Haven't seen it in years. He's called by the grave. Useless against us. Alright, he's going to do that. He's going to draw. Dimension Prison's pretty good. Like I said, I don't want to attack because it's like, the second he showed me a Mirror Force, I never wanted to attack again. I just don't. I have no reason to attack. I just realized this Amato Iwado can't even attack, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it literally cannot attack, so it's a pointless card right now for him. For a second there, I was like, okay, I got to use Dragudis, but he can't attack. So right now, what we're hoping to draw one of our weaker monsters. That would be the card that we need, like the Witch of the Black Forest or another barrier statue. So we're hoping to draw that. We'll set this just to set it. I can't attack anyway because of my own card, but my own card is keeping me alive right now, so it's fine that I can't attack. Also, this Amato Uato just locked up everything. This is a floodgate war right now. We've got Amato Uato, we've got Crackdown, stole his monster, can't be destroyed. We've got the Dragudis, the Messenger of Peace. He's got Mirror Forces down there. This is like a absolute war right now. I can't wait to look at what this guy's deck looks like, because this is a deck that I would have loved to play with the Warrior deck, but for whatever reason, we were using the Warrior deck. We just got like the most unlucky matchups. Our opponent's going to go to the end phase. Now, they've got 20 cards left in their deck, and they're drawing 2 cards a turn. So it's very possible that they will lose this, depending on how much back room. If they don't play any back room removal, they basically have lost this duel. So I guess we'll have to see what happens here. At some point, something's got to give. They're either going to pop this, or they're going to do something here. They're going to get rid of the barrier statue. At some point, they're going to have to do something. So I guess we'll have to see. Until then, I'm just gonna wait it out, because I'm at a huge advantage right now. I drew this a little too late, because now he's got these monsters, and there's nothing that I can really do with them. I can't really do anything with Arborea, because I can't attack directly anymore, because these monsters are stuck on the board. And again, I'm not giving up Messenger of Peace, because we have the advantage right now. So you know what? I'm just going to set this and pass, because at some point, like I said, something's got to give. At some point, he's going to draw some kind of out, so I might as well fill up my board while I can. Our opponent's going to try to pass again. They're going to have to resolve their spiritual energy settle machine. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and skip through it until I'm going to skip some of this footage until something exciting happens, because if it's just me and my opponent passing for a while, I think it's better if I just wait until something happens, because we've been at this for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead, and if nothing else happens, I'm going to skip to when something does happen. Alright, so our opponent is finally doing something. They activated Spiritualism. Target a spawn trap card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. And that activation cannot be negated. So they finally have something. I'm fine with that, because that just returns it to the hand. It doesn't actually prevent anything. This guy loves everything with spirit in the name. He's like obsessed. Because, I mean, obviously that has spirit in its name. This card is, I don't think even I would play it. I'll tell you that right now. But now he can actually enter the battle phase, which is definitely interesting for him. Guess we'll have to see what he does. We do have Dimension Prison. We do have the Ledger Book. So we have plays here. So even if he does attack, it doesn't really matter. And I think I'm going to be able to out his Amato Uato. If he attacks, I'm just going to Dimension Prison. I'm not even going to use Dragudis. I'm just going to Dimension Prison. I have no reason to not do that. He's going to activate Forbidden Droplets. Wow. It's like, again, he like went into the future and grabbed the card. So he's going to be able to droplet something here. I guess we'll have to see what he droplets. Again, I have plenty of protection. So even if he does negate our barrier statue, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's all he can really negate is the barrier statue. I guess he can technically negate this too. He sent 2 cards, so he's going to negate these 2, I guess. He's going to negate the barrier statue, which again is fine with me. I have multiple layers of protection for the barrier statue, so I'm completely okay with that. And now that the barrier statue's turned off, I can go into the Bestial Magnuma, and while he negated that, yeah, I can go into the Bestial Magnuma. He's got lights and darks in his graveyard, even though I don't. And he's going to get rid of the Amato Uato, which is actually quite good for us. Yeah, he's going to go into IP, and he's going to be able to draw. I think the smart thing to do right now would be the Ledger Book to get rid of IP. Yeah, that would be smart, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to activate the Ledger Book to get rid of IP. Target IP, yes, and target this, because that way he can't link climb into something really good. This guy out of nowhere, just all of a sudden, he went from like playing in 2003 to playing in like 2024. We gotta watch out. This guy, what's coming next? SB Little Name, and this guy just went and like zoomed out of nowhere. He went from like, oh, you know, I'm a boomer. I don't know how to play the game. You know, he went from like old Yu-Gi-Oh to new Yu-Gi-Oh in 35 seconds. It was incredible. So he's gonna banish to summon the new one. It's gonna be this dude right here. Again, I'm not too worried about this because we have the Dragudis. We have Mats though. I'm not really not worried. We have Dimension Prison if this dude attacks, so I'm so cool with this guy attacking right now. If he attacks the barrier statue, we have Dragoodies, plus we have Dimension Prison. Not even worried. And then he's going to banish another one, probably summon another copy, which is kind of crazy. You can only really stop one. But I guess from here on, we have other plays to make. We don't need to rely on the barrier statue after a certain amount of time. Plus, he got rid of a lot of his own cards, which is like awesome for us. So he's going to attack now. I do still have to worry about his 3 million, you know, I have to worry about his mirror forces that are back there. So we're going to go, he's going to declare attack. We're going to deprison, which is what I'm going to do there. And then the second one, I can't really stop because it's 22. If I cut it in half, it's only going to, yeah, it's going to go down to 1050, which just barely gets over our, not 1050, actually, yeah, 11. Yeah, he's gonna get over our card. Nothing I can really do there. 22 divided by 2 is still more than 1000. So we're gonna lose our fire barrier statue. Does this return to the hand? It does return to the hand. And then we can destroy one spawn trap card our opponent controls. Oh yeah, man, that's pretty good. It can destroy this crackdown. If he destroys this, he gets his monster back, and it's not negated anymore. But again, that's not even that big of a deal. So he's going to destroy that. That's going to go back to his field, which is a bit concerning, honestly. Yeah, the Time Lord going to his field is a little worrisome, but it's negated still. Oh yeah, because he negated it. Psh, he negated with the droplets. But it will, you know, unnegate momentarily here. What I can actually do is I can actually attack his monster, and then if I attack his monster, it puts all of my cards back into my deck, and there's a higher likelihood that he decks himself out, which is actually even better. Yeah, let's see what we draw here. End phase, we actually will summon the Bestial Magnamut here in a second, because that can help me get to a variety of cards. Oh, that's going to get destroyed. That's okay. So now I need to use the Bestial Magnamut here in the end phase if I can. I'm going to activate Bestial Magnamut. Actually, we do have to attack next turn no matter what. We're going to banish the Maiden, Time Maiden, because that actually has a graveyard effect, so we'll banish that. It's not a quick effect. Yeah, we can, wherever it is, I think, yeah, you can banish this card from the graveyard, switch someone Time Lord with 0 attack from the deck, so why not? I didn't even realize he had a card with an effect there, so we're going to summon that out. I don't know why I summoned it to the only zone where we shouldn't have summoned it, but whatever. So we're going to summon out the Bestial Magnamut, and then we're going to search Tiamon. And also he's going to get his monsters back. So we're going to activate the Bestial Magnamut, search out the Tiamaton. I don't know why I didn't say that. We're going to add the Tiamaton. Imagine we had Chaos Angel. And then we're going to obviously resolve this. He's going to get his monsters back. Which are going to be the IP Masquerena and the Sakitama, which now we do have to deal with those cards, but now we're dealing with it on our turn. So we're gonna he's gonna draw that, inflict 1000. Okay, that's fine. Actually not a bad draw whatsoever. I am going to probably normal summon first, and I have the Iron Dragon to threaten the IP. So hopefully, actually no, I get the first play. So okay, so we're good actually, because this activates at the main phase, at the beginning of main phase, right? Yeah, during the main phase. Okay, so we have the first play. We're good. So I'm gonna normal summon this, and that will allow him to activate IP. And if he activates it, then Iron Dragon and just pop this row. So I think what I do here is I threaten to go to battle phase. Yeah, I threaten to go to battle phase. And if he activates IP, then we just Iron Dragon and pop that row. Oh, he lets us. Okay. He let us do it. So now we're in battle phase, and I can attack with this, and hopefully he doesn't have a Mirror Force face down. And he's going to activate the Swords of whatever something. An opponent declares an attack, negate the attack, pay 1000. Banish this card. During your opponent's turn, banish this. Your opponent cannot attack directly. So in response to that, I am going to activate the, is that once per turn? Once per attack. An opponent's monster declares an attack, pay 1000 life points. So is that unlimited? Once per attack. Yeah, it's pretty much unlimited. So I'm going to activate the Iron Dragon to destroy that row right here with the IP Masquerena. I mean, I could also destroy this row right here, but I think this row is better to destroy. IP, I want to get rid of IP. At the end of the day, I want to get rid of IP. She's just really dangerous because she can summon some really dangerous stuff when it comes down to. I can summon it here or here, so I can get rid of this row or this row, and then I have 3 attacks to, so they'd have to pay 3000. Yeah, I think IP is just really dangerous. So I'm just gonna go into this. I'm gonna destroy this row here, and if he's got other stuff, he's got other stuff. There's nothing we can do about that. So we're gonna destroy that row. Now, we can redeclare attack, but I'm actually going to choose not to attack, because if he's got a Mirror Force, we put ourselves in a really bad situation, so I'm actually not going to attack, because I don't want to lose what I've got on board here. I actually just want to make a Time Thief right now. I think Time Thief is probably the best thing that we could do. We could do Time Thief, or we can do a Crusadia Avermax. Crusadia Avermax with 1 destruction protection. That's what we can do. So it's Crusadia Avermax or Time Thief. That's really our best situation. Time Thief is good too, because he's going to take cards off the top of his deck, and if he's taking cards off the top of his deck and he's drawing 2 cards, we have a greater likelihood of decking him out. But Crusadia Avermax has protection from Arborea, so that might actually be better right now for us. But he's also playing Time Lord, so he can probably just out our Crusadia Avermax with some nonsense. So this is where one of those situations where you have to make the right decision, and they all seem like the right decision in the moment. But again, it's Time Thief for the other one. I think the better decision right now is probably Time Thief. So I'm probably just going to Time Thief. I don't even know why I flipped someone that Arborea, but it's whatever. It's not that serious. I flipped someone the Arborea. It's not the end of the world. Just going to make a Time Thief. He's drawing 2, plus I'm taking 1. So every single turn, he loses 3 cards off the top of his deck. 16. He's got a limited number of turns, and then we're going to activate the Messenger of Peace back out, so he can't attack with anything other than a Time Lord, essentially. And now we just kind of play the waiting game again, and we just pass here. All right, so he's going to draw 2, and then also we're going to take 1. Take 1 card off the top of his deck. And this guy plays a lot of trap. Actually really good, because a lot of trap cards quite fine. And then this Lazion should out himself. We're going to do that. We're going to take a monster. Oof, good thing we got that. This could have been really bad. That's a really good card to take. And then Lazion should out himself, so he shuffles himself back into the deck right now. And he's got 14 cards left in his deck. So every turn we take, actually not every turn, we take, he draws 2, and then we take 1, and then during our turn we take another one. So essentially in a 2-turn cycle, we get 4 cards out of him. So it's 4 cards, and he's got 14, so we should win in about 4 turns. Not 4, but yeah, 3.5 turns we should win, because we're essentially 3, he's getting rid of a lot of cards. So we should be able to win this as long as he doesn't draw anything outrageous. Plus we've already got Messenger of Peace, he's drawn his out, Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay, I guess we got to see what else he's got. Harpy's Feather Duster. It happens. You got to live with it. It happens. And now I switched the Arborea to attack mode for no reason. And also, I got to remember, he's got the graveyard effect of this. The spiritual dude. Medora. This guy is on another level. And I saw that royal rare Harpy's Feather Duster. That awesome looking card. He's going to banish to summon the other spirit. So I guess we know what he's got. He can go into a rank 4. He can go into another level monster. I have no idea why why in the world did I flip? I flipped summon this to make Time Thief, and then not Time Thief, to make what's his name, and I just didn't. All right, he's going to go into Malevolent Sin, which is a pretty decent card. He can banish a monster until the end phase, until your opponent's next end phase. Next standby phase. Okay, so he can banish one of our monsters till the standby phase. I guess it just depends on what he targets here. If he targets Time Thief, we just get rid of it temporarily, but he's probably going to go with the Bestial. Yeah, he's going to go with the Bestial. I really don't have a response to that. He's going to go to battle phase, and he's going to declare an attack on that. That's fine then. I thought he was going to attack the Time Thief. That would have been scary. So we took damage for no reason. That should have been in defense mode. Especially in a situation like this. So he gains 300 and gains some ranks. That's not good. We need to get a trap card off his deck. With all the trap cards that he plays, we really need to get a trap card. And is that permanent? Yeah, that is permanent. And he's going to rank up into one of the bigger ones. Possibly into Zeus. Yep, we should have made Crusadia Avermax, because none of this would have happened if we made Crusadia Avermax. I can't activate this effect, because if I do, he just sends it to the graveyard with Zeus. I should have made Crusadia Avermax, because if I had made that, he wouldn't have been able to attack anything but Crusadia Avermax, and probably would have... That's not a bad draw, actually. So we're going to activate the Time Thief Redoer to get a card off the top of his deck. You hope it's a trap. He's going to activate the Detach, which is actually fine. It's actually fine, because he's going to detach, can chain it, and then we can save it, and then we have memory loss. So it's not the end of the world here. I mean, it still depends on what he's got face down to. Call by the Grave. I don't even know what that really... I don't know what that helps. I don't... I don't really know how that helps, but Arborea, okay. I guess he has to do it because he's going to send his monsters to the graveyard anyway. Yeah, I don't know why he shotgunned that. That was a little weird. Arborea, or the Time Thief. Doesn't really matter who we detach. Detach, doesn't matter, but detach a monster. That's going to send everything, including his triple tactics talents, and then we can't take a card off the top. And then the Malevolence, the Bestial Magnum returns. I forgot all about this. This returns to the field. It's not really useful right now anyway, so we can probably swap it to defense mode here. We'll set the memory, and we're just going to change this to defense mode, and we're just going to pass. And then we get Time Thief back. This is one of those cases. We need to get either a spell, no, a monster or a trap off of Time Thief to basically save it. We need a monster or a trap. And he's still drawing 2, which is not the end of the world, because like I said, he's got his turns are very numbered right now. Now he's got 12 left. We're going to activate the Redoer. We're going to grab a monster. Okay, so that's good. Monster's fine, because again, we're trying to We have to deal with the Zeus. He's gonna, oh my god, second time today, thrust against Time Thief Redoer. He's gonna add the Spiritualism, which will bounce the memory loss. Second time today that triple tactics, this is the first time in the history of time that Spiritualism was searched with triple tactics thrust. He's gonna bounce our card, which is very bad for us, obviously. He's gonna summon the Sakitama. And then he's going to banish to special summon the other dude, 2200 man, which he should have, I don't know if that was the right play, I guess. Alright, he's going to overlay, or what levels were those? Don't tell me it's Chaos, the Chaos dude. Chaos Angel, wow. Okay. Yeah, this is looking bleak. He can target and banish a card. I mean, I guess the smart target would be this, because I can just get rid of this. Yeah, he's going to do this, which is fine. We're going to activate to get rid of itself. And we're going to save it for one more turn, but our life points are very low, so essentially we're kind of screwed here. And this can't be destroyed. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, none of them. And then synchro monsters are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. And then he's going to do 35, so we're down to 500. They're down to 300, he's going to do 35 damage. We're down to 300. Okay, let's I mean, I'm going to stay somewhat hopeful, but this is looking like it's over. Okay, let's draw. We get a Crowley. He does nothing right now. Guess Time Thief, we hope for something good here. Now, his monsters are unaffected. This Synchro Summon monster is unaffected by his card effect. By our card effects, we get a monster. All of those spell and trap, all of those trap cards that he had completely disappeared. So, we're going to set this, or change it to defense, I should say. And then we're going to set the Crowley. And then we're going to set the memory loss. So, if we can keep fighting it out, we might be able to do this. But I guess we'll have to see. So he's down to 7 cards. And it's about to be 6 any second now. So we're going to activate the Time Thief Redoer. We're going to get a card. It's a spell card. It's another Time Tearing Morganite. Which is... I mean, if he draws any monster, he just kind of lose here. Actually, if he activates this, yeah, we're going to be able to memory loss it. And if we memory loss it, we're going to be able to change it to defense so he can't attack. So I guess we save ourselves yet again for another turn. Down to 6 cards now. But I can't get rid of Time Thief because I need to block these attacks. I have no choice here. Alright, so he's going to go to battle phase. I'm going to activate Time Thief, not to banish itself. I think we have to lose it. We're going to activate to draw a card. We're not going to use the other effect. We're going to get Shrink, which is interesting, for sure. Well, none of his monsters can be destroyed by battle anyway. Shrink doesn't really do much. Is there anything that we can even draw right now that would save us? I don't know that there is anything that we can draw. Lightning Vortex would not win it for us. Forbidden Chalice would not win it for us. Sarketsu Armor would not win it. Memory of an Adversary would not. Paleozoic Dynamiscus would not. Cubic Ascension would actually be the card that we need to draw. Cubic Ascension is the card we need to draw. Nope, it's Golden Summoner. Yeah, this duel's over. Cubic Ascension is the card that we need to draw right now. But we have no way to draw it. So we're going to normal summon this. And there's nothing else we can do. We just go to battle phase and we concede. There's nothing we can do. We just attack directly into his monster. He's going to negate the attack, which cannot attack direct. I'm not even attacking him directly, so I don't even know why he did that. We're just going to Golden Summoner and we're just going to attack into him, and that's it. That's the game. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. There's nothing we could have done at the end there. If we drew Cubic Ascension, we actually we would have won that duel. Because he wouldn't have been able to get rid of our Yugioh. If we drew Yugioh or Cubic Ascension, we would have won that one. That's actually kind of crazy. Good game, though. Nothing I can really complain about there. Alright, so this is our opponent's deck. Very interesting deck. It felt like more than 40 cards when we were playing, but he played like a classic Spirit deck with some modern cards mixed in. Very interesting deck. Definitely got to throw another card in the extra deck. I was terrified of Mirror Force. The dude plays 1 Mirror Force. I happened to pop the Mirror Force launcher. I was terrified of Mirror Forces the entire game. He plays a Mirror Force launcher for a single Mirror Force, and I was petrified. I don't even know what to say. What are the chances? All right, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is looking kind of good, actually. We have Bestial Magnemite. We have Nahata. Our opponent opens Grass Looks Greener for the 2nd time today. He's playing Branded. I mean, like, again, do you guys really want me to stay through this? The dude just opened Grass Looks Greener in Branded with Eldritch. I mean, this is insane. With Retribution. Wow, what an opening. What an insane opening. Quem. I mean, that is just crazy. What a crazy opener. We've got a Bestial Magnamut. He's going to reveal Fallen of Albaz. He's going to send Albion. He's going to send that to the Fallen of Albaz to the graveyard. And he's going to add back Cartesia. With as much as he has, he accomplished so little. And he's going to normal summon Cartesia. I mean, like, nothing I can really do there. He's going to end phase on that. Let me put chaining on here. End of main, yeah, we want to definitely activate Bestial Magnamut. We're going to target the Albion because I'm not trying to let him set. And we're going to go ahead and summon out the Bestial Magnamut. I mean, that, like, to mill that much and accomplish so little, Ash Boss. That's reasonable. That happens. Yeah, now what sucks is that we don't get to use Nahata because this is going to be on the field. But we are going to avert him setting a card, which is nice. So end phase is going to do that, and then we're going to not be able to do our Bestial Magnet. He's going to go to end phase. I'm guessing you can add back stuff. End phase is sent to the graveyard, add it to your hand. Target one of your banished Fallen of Albaz, add it to your hand. So he's going to be able to do a variety of things here. He's going to put that back in his extra deck. He's going to add the trap card back to his hand. But Cartesia is all alone on the field, so I don't know what else he's got. Maybe he's got Brandon in red, but why there's a Cartesia with nothing else, I don't really know. Memory of an Adversary isn't terrible, so we're going to go ahead, put on auto chaining. Okay, so we have Nahata, we have this. A normal summon, I could tribute to bounce this, but I mean, he has a quick effect anyway, so he can fuse with it, but like, what is he going to fuse with? I guess it depends on what he has back there. The fact that he grass looks greenered and then accomplished just about nothing, honestly, is very relieving. All right, he's going to activate the Branded Banishment, which is going to be able to fuse with our monster. He's going to target something, he's going to fuse with one of our monsters here. He's going to get Quem back, and then he can fuse with Bestial Magnamut. Yeah, he's going to fuse with the Bestial Magnamut to make a Dusk Dragon, and then he's going to be able to send to the graveyard, and he's going to be able to use Guiding Quem. Honestly, I don't think this is going to work out for us. I'm just gonna leave. He has so many like cards in circulation. We've been getting outrageous. Today's been one of the most unlucky days we've ever had. Like multiple Grass Looks Greener openings. I don't even know what to say. Like, we've been getting really unlucky. Like, the only game where I could say that I misplayed and it's like I lost because I lost was the one where I didn't make Crusade Avermax. But in reality, it's like, I mean, I made a choice. It could have gone wrong summoning the Crusade Avermax too. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. This is what our hand is looking like. It's honestly not looking bad, but it just depends on what he's playing. If they're playing what we've been playing against all night, which is fully constructed decks that float into multiple things, this hand is unfortunately not enough. But I guess we'll see if it's like, if it's Dark Magician or Blue Eyes or like something, you know, kind of mid-tiered, or maybe like not the best player of a better deck, then we can do something here. But if it's some of the other stuff, we're in trouble. He's going to set 3 cards and pass. Again, this could mean so many. If this is Labyrinth, we're in trouble. But this doesn't seem to be anything too ominous. I mean, again, if it's Labyrinth, we essentially lose. I'm going to normal summon out the Goblinberg. I don't have an effect to activate, and I'm going to attempt to hopefully go to battle phase here. He's going to Destruction Sword, which is annoying. He's going to turn all of our monsters into dragons, and he doesn't have anything on the field, so I can't use the effect of Bestial Magnamut until he does have something on the board. So now he's got something on the board. I can Lightning Vortex. This is a quick effect, right? One of these is a quick effect, a fusion summon or something like that. Okay, so he can actually just banish this to special summon the monster anyway. I'm going to try to Lightning Vortex here. I'm going to discard the Threatening Roar. I'm going to try to Lightning Vortex to destroy his monsters to try to get him to trigger something, but yeah, that's okay. That's fine with me. Now we can actually Bestial Magnamut too. Banish his monsters. Because what does this do? Does this prevent me? Did he have something before that prevented me from doing something? We can. Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, because this isn't a dark. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, I guess we should go to battle phase now and attack directly. And now we go to main phase 2. and we just set power frame, and we set memories of an adversary. The problem with this trap card is that this card, yeah, you can banish this card from the graveyard and then fusion summoning by banishing materials from the graveyard. The issue is if I activate Bestial Magnamut, he can just chain this and then summon something from the extra deck. So I am going to just end on this because I want him to activate that, and I want to chain Bestial Magnamut to his card effect. But you know, I guess we'll have to see if he's able to do that. If we're able to do that. This effect is only a quick effect. If like the banish and special summon, it's only if he controls a monster. He's gonna trap trick here, which is, I guess, fine. Again, we have decent stuff right now. He's going to be able to get another copy of Prologue, and he can activate Prologue this turn, right? Yeah, he can activate it this turn. Now he's reduced the amount of copies that he has available to him. I guess is good for us. He's going to be able to summon another one of this thing. Now he's got multiple things. So he's got the Buster Dragon again. He's turned everything into dragons, but now at least our Bestial Magnamut is live. You can target a Buster Blader and special summon it, which again is fine. The Buster Blader's an Earth. I can't do anything about that, but at least I've got other stuff here. So we have Bestial Magnamut to either banish the Destruction Sword or the Buster Dragon, whatever comes up. So he's going to activate this. We're going to activate Bestial Magnamut. I'm going to banish, I guess I'm going to banish the Buster Dragon out of the graveyard. I can also banish the Destruction Sword, but I think the smarter card to banish is the Destruction Sword, because that can get annoying if he can re-equip this somehow. Yeah, if he can re-equip this, then we can't go into our extra deck, so I think I'm just going to banish this. And now, when he banishes, he's going to have to banish his own materials. He's going to have to banish the only other Buster Dragon that he's got. So I'm going to summon this into defense, and I know it's a dragon on the board, but we're going to have to do it. And then we've got Memory and Power Frame. He's going to draw the, or summon the Buster Blader, the Dragon Swordsman Hunter dude that can do piercing and attacks all our monsters. And we can't activate our monster effects, but at least we've got trap cards, which is good. And we do have technically the out to this card, and we do get it back, which is kind of crazy. So battle phase, I think the smart thing to do, the intelligent thing to do, is actually to activate the memories of an adversary. We're going to activate this. We're going to pay the 4,800 life points to banish the Buster Blader, the Destruction Swordsman dude. So we're going to do that. We're going to take a ton of life points, but this guy we're going to get eventually. And his effects are really good. He gains 1,000 for each dragon your opponent controls or in their graveyard, which he has. He's going to attack into this, which I'm, I guess, kind of fine with, right? I don't really care. Yeah, do I care about this? I mean, next, I can activate this and then negate it, and the next turn get over it. So yeah, I probably do care. I'm going to go ahead and Power Frame. Yeah, I'm going to do this because he doesn't have access to the Fusion Man right now. I'm going to activate Power Frame. So that prevents him from getting destroyed by battle or card effect, but I'm not destroying his monster by battle or card effect. So I don't know why he did that. And then we're going to Power Frame. We're going to get to 36. And then, yeah, we're in their graveyard. Okay, so we're going to be able to out this Buster Dragon. And then once Buster Dragon is outed, then we have a better situation for ourselves. And this can protect also, right? Yes. And he's got... Is all of his trap cards banished? One, he's going to go into a Link monster here, probably. He's going to go into the Link 2, yeah, the Power Protector Whelp. Send one Destruction Sword card from your deck to the graveyard. Special summon one Buster Blader from your hand. This is a pretty good effect, actually. And that, yeah, these are really good effects on this card. So he's going to be able to send the Protector Whelp. But he's gone through some of his trap cards already, so I don't know how many he's got. Arborea is not a bad card, but we don't have the Synchros to play with right now. We're going to change this to attack mode. We're going to change this to attack mode. Arborea is not looking like she's really helping at all right now. Trying to see if there's a smart play that we can make of some kind. We can go into this dude, but like, why? Yeah, we go to battle phase, I guess. We just go to battle phase and start attacking. Let's attack over this guy, the Protector Whelp, if we can. He can't be destroyed by card effects, that's fine. And then we're going to attack again. This time it should be, yeah, it should be destroyed by card effects. Oh no, it can't be for the rest of the turn? Or is it like, how does that, is that like once? Is that like, banish this card from the graveyard this turn? Okay, I was about to say, is that like permanent? That's insane. And then we end phase. And then during his end phase, if we survive, we get back this dude. If we survive. Because he does have, oddly enough, his deck actually does have a lot of dragons. He's at 1,300 life points. We just have to make sure he doesn't OTK us for some... Kashtira Riseheart. What a curveball. That came out of nowhere. No one's trying to see that right now. Kashtira Riseheart. What in the world is this doing in the deck? Alright, he's going to banish a card. He's going to banish 3 of our cards. Wow, that is not a card I expected to see. That's a level 7 now, so he can go into rank 7 plays if he can summon a Buster Blader from his hand or from the graveyard somehow. Oh, he's going to go to battle phase. Okay. And he's going to... Okay. That got real weird. That got weird. Okay. Yeah, I would have loved to get our monster, his monster back. That got very weird very quickly. We won one finally. Okay, let's get 2 legacy tickets. Alright, out of curiosity, this is our opponent's deck. It's a Buster Blader Kashtira deck. Honestly, not the worst deck I've ever seen in my life. I think it's actually quite interesting, if I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, let's open up this master pack. Let's see what we get. I'm still looking for a lot of rares, so I don't really care. There aren't any hollows. This is a crawler card, obviously. Then we've got... I've never... Staff Recipe. Oh, it's a Novellas card. If you target a ritual, special summon tokens. I don't really play rituals. Can't really do that. This is 2 wind monsters. Don't really play too many winds. Heraldic Eagle. 2 or more Heraldic. Then we can special summon this. Don't have too many of those. Toucan. Can't really use that. Telephone. Can't really use that. Second copy of Tiding. That's pretty good. And then we've got Wisdom Eye Magician. I mean, one day I think we're just going to end up playing Pendulums. There's nothing that we can do. This card's not even bad. Yeah, what can I say? It's just not a bad card. One day I think we're going to end up somehow playing Magicians or Pendulums. Alright, let's open these packs. We've got a shiny one. Look at that. Let's see that. Oh, it could end up badly. The pack that wasn't shiny has a shiny in it. Let's see. We've got Transcendent Wings, unusable. Let's see what this is. Land for Lankus. Not a bad card. 2 monsters. Generic. It's not a bad card whatsoever, but we have Baba Barber, which is pretty much objectively better at this point. But not a bad card, like, at all. It just isn't really too usable now. Horn of the Unicorn's a cool card, but sometimes that can actually end badly for us because it has to put itself on the top of the deck. And then we've got Type 0 Magic, which is, I think, yeah, discard a spell, inflict 500, not once per turn. In a pinch, I guess that could really help us, but this is more of like an FTK sort of card. I don't think this is going to help. You could maybe, if we had like Witchcrafters, perhaps, we could use this card. It could be kind of interesting, but in our current deck, I don't really see this being too usable. I mean, we don't even play that many spell cards, if we're being completely honest, but again, this is a non-once per turn, discard a spell, inflict 500, so it can be good, just not for our deck. And then, yeah, this is actually Horn of Light. It's not even Horn of the Unicorn. I got them mixed up. This is the one that, yeah, increased the defense by 800. Discard sent from field to graveyard, pay 500, return this. This is actually mandatory, so it can actually get stuck on the top of your deck endlessly. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. We'll see what it looks like. Right now, our hand's looking pretty good, but we did lose the coin flip, so this is a very going first hand. But honestly, well, not really a very going first hand, right? There can only be 1 Ken break boards. Iron Dragon's pretty good, and then we've got, like, Crowley and stuff. Our opponent's playing Toons, which is... I mean, it's Toons. The thing that sucks is that Toon Kingdom is a very tough card to play against. I'm not even going to lie, and we don't have a lot of outs to it. He's going to summon out Toon Attack Force, Toon Goblin Attack Force. Like I said, this is going to be a tough one because we don't have a lot of outs to this stuff. But I'm going to try my best. Alright, Purple Poison can out the Toon World, in theory. Summon Limit, okay. We have the out to Summon Limit, so that's nice. Okay, so we're going to normal summon Purple Poison. And I actually think we do have this somewhat here. Yeah, I think we're going to normal summon Purple Poison right here. Right. Yes, we're going to normal summon a Purple Poison right here. And then we're going to do a few different tricks here. Normal summon, we're going to set this here. We're going to activate Tiamaton. And with Tiamaton, we're going to special summon it right here. Activate the effect to destroy this column. Hopefully this is not an imperm of any kind. Because if it is, it's obviously very bad for us. And he's going to be able to protect that, but not, you know, the summon limit that's preventing us from playing. We're going to special summon the Inkari Fire while we control the spellcaster. Then we're going to go to battle phase here. We're going to go to battle phase, yeah. And then I'm going to be able to crash. Let's go. We're going to do it. We're going to crash Purple Poison. This is like solving a freaking math problem right now. So this is going to activate in the end of damage step. And we're going to target the Toon World or Toon Kingdom. Which I don't think can protect itself, can it? If a Toon monster's bookmarks. Bitch-ass bookmark. Forgot all about that. Alright, main phase 2. We retreat. Okay, let's, what do we make? Do we make, actually, if we make Diamond Dire Wolf, we can out the Toon World, and he doesn't have any more, but, like, I don't know what else he's got, so it's either Time Thief or, because if we out this, and then he can't attack, and then we can make level 4s next turn. We can make level 4s next turn. Okay, I'm gonna go into Diamond Dire Wolf, because we can definitely make level 4s next turn, plus we have, yeah, Diamond Dire Wolf, let's do that. And then we're going to activate the Diamond Dire Wolf as soon as we can. Dogmatica. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. The one time I don't go into Time Thief, I get punished. When I go into Time Thief, it's like it never ends. When I go into Time Thief, I get punished. When I don't go into Time Thief, I get punished. I should have gone into the damn Time Thief, but I went to Diamond Dire Wolf, and now this happened. Dogmatica punishment, man. Yeah, he's going to destroy that, and then he's going to send the Skull dude. Fossil Skull, which can target a monster. Yeah, banish this, target a monster, destroy it. That sucks. So, that sucks. I mean, on card advantage, we're not that bad, but his monster can attack us directly. If we out the Toon World, or Toon Kingdom, then we out his monsters on the field here, which is good, but... The other good thing is his monster has 0 defense, which I guess is, like, a good thing here. He can attack us directly. And then just pass. Yeah, he's going to have to switch, and he's in defense for 2 turns. So I guess that part is positive, but he's 2300 attack, which oddly enough, we're at 46, 2 more attacks and we lose. We're going to set Crowley, and then we're going to do the Penguin Squire plays right now. We're going to activate Penguin Squire. So we do have some time. And we're going to summon out the Penguin Squire, and then we're going to be able to, yes, change the level, reduce it by 1, activate Penguin Squire to flip our own monster here. He's going to summon limit. I mean, shit happens, right? He summon limits us. We're going to go ahead and activate Squire. Might as well flip this face up. Why not? If we waste an imperm or something on it, that's fine. But, yeah. At this point, we're kind of stuck with what we have. So we flip that, and then I guess we just pass here. There's nothing that we can really do because he did summon limit. For some reason... Oh wait, it lets you special summon twice, but we set this. Duh. I mean, alright, so now we're gonna make a Time Thief here. We're gonna make a Time Thief, and yeah, we're just gonna make a Time Thief. The best case scenario, I think. He's got a lot of trap cards, but we're not. We've been unlucky lately. So, knowing our luck, we're not gonna pull a trap off the top, because a trap would be disgusting. If we had a trap, I'll just show you when it happens. We can also attack and then make him banish. Is there really a point to do that, to attack and make him banish? I don't know. I mean, I guess we can do that. Is it better for us to make him banish or not? That's a great question. I mean, in theory, right, isn't it always better to attack and make him banish? We're gonna go to battle phase, and we're gonna attack and then make him banish. Yep, he's gonna protect it, which is the idea, and then we just go to end phase, and we'll see how these things go. I guess we have Time Thief. If we pull a trap, then we've got some nasty plays that we can do here. If we pull a monster, then we just kind of protect ourselves. This can't flip itself to attack mode just yet, but he's playing like a super like control build if I've ever seen. It's like super control tunes. He's got like summon limit, he's got goblin attack force that attacks once every 2 turns, and then dogmatica punishment and stuff. It's a spell card. Spell's not bad, and it's a Clockwork Knight. Lets us draw. Clockwork Knight is a card that's another card that's like one of the dream pulls right here is Clockwork Knight. This is a card that I would love to pull. It's like an interruption. It's kind of like sort of a floodgate. It makes us, it makes us gain 500. Our opponent lose 500. It turns everything into a machine. Like definitely a card that I would love to pull. I'm going to activate the Time Thief Redoer in the end phase, and we are in the end phase, right? Yeah, we're going to activate Time Thief Redoer. We're going to draw a card. Detach, nothing else, just the Time Thief. We're in the end phase, so that's fine. And we're gonna go back to our turn. We want to see a trap card. Bestial Magnamut's pretty good. Yeah, Bestial Magnamut is pretty good. And actually, we can add back Tiamaton from graveyard with Bestial Magnamut. I just realized. So we're gonna go ahead and get a spell. Okay, I'm gonna use that now. I'm gonna go ahead, definitely use that now. Now he does have the card in graveyard, which is a little scary. This dude does pop a monster, target a monster on the field, destroy it. So keep that in mind. I'm going to detach this to draw. I want to see what else I get. Memory loss is pretty good. I guess we can The thing is, the Tiamat doesn't even do anything right now for us. I mean, it's better than not having the Tiamat, but he really doesn't do anything. What we really need to get is a trap card underneath our Time Thief Redoer. That's what we actually need to get. The rest of this stuff doesn't really do anything, so I guess we just... I'll just set a monster way over here. Yeah, I'll just set a monster here, and we'll set this here, and then we'll... I guess we'll just pass, because then when we do need to, you know, go into monsters, we can go into monsters. We're going to go ahead and use Time Thief Redoer. Again, we need a trap card really badly. That would be the card that we really want to get. We get a spell card, which is the Dimensional Fissure. Another card that I wouldn't mind pulling, Dogmatica. Do you have a spellcaster? No, he has a warrior, so it doesn't do anything. He's going to add probably Dogmatica Punishment. Actually, screw that. Memory Loss. Yeah, we're going to Memory Loss him, and that's fine. Yeah, that's good enough. We're going to Memory Loss, negate this, and switch it to defense. So he doesn't have access to the Dogmatica Punishment. This thing is killing us right now. This random Toon Goblin Attack Force that I cannot out until I get a trap card on underneath our Time Thief. I have no out to this dude right now. He just attacks and... Like, we do have outs. That's the funny thing. In our deck, we do have outs. But, like, at this moment, we don't have an out. Like, we have other stuff. We have Diamond Direwolf. We have other stuff. We just don't have outs at this moment. Yeah, right now, we just don't have an out. So we'll take 23. And now we have... 23 left, so he has exactly enough to beat us. He's going to switch that to defense mode. He doesn't have any Darks and Gray. I just realized if I activate Bestial Magnamut, I'll have to banish the Tiamaton anyway, so there's no point. I'm going to activate Time Thief Redoer to draw. Oops, almost did that by accident. I'm going to detach the draw. Actually, we can detach both of these. Then we lose protection possibly, but at least we'll have access to Tiamaton. Crackdown's pretty good, actually. And then we're going to activate Bestial Magnamut now. Now that we have a Dark Engraver, we're going to banish this. Yeah, Crackdown's pretty good because we can steal this. Because this can't be... This can be targeted and stuff. It's pretty good. We might wrap this if we play this right. So we're going to banish that to summon Bestial Magnamut. I think I'm going to just summon it here. Honestly, this card kind of scares me too. I don't even know what this card is. So we're going to summon this out, and then we're going to activate this effect. Add back our Tiamaton. Yeah, end phase, add back Tiamaton. And also, obviously, Time Thief is going to return back to the field right here. And while we still have this, we might as well do this now. We're going to activate. And since there's no tunes here, we can destroy without any issues. So we're going to summon this out here, destroy everything in this column. And Crackdown's a crazy card right now, too. If we draw a trap, we just straight up can just win here. But, yeah, that's good. Arguably, I should have popped this, but, like, kind of want to keep the other card for other plays. Shrink's not really going to help us right now. So we're going to activate this, see what we get. Hopefully we get a trap card. This guy seems to be Trap Enjoyer. We get a spell. I mean, I'm not even mad. This is actually a good card, too. Decisive Battle of Goganda. It's actually a good card. So we're going to activate this, draw another card. Our main resource engine over here, Mr. Time Thief. We're going to draw. Sarketsu is actually exactly the kind of card we need. There's no point to attack now, but we have this and we have this. And that should be good. And we can go into some kind of rank 4 here if we wanted to. Right, what rank 4 would even help right now? Sous Ship, what's that even going to do for us right now? I mean, I guess we can go into this dude just to clear some of the field right now. And then summon the barrier statue. We can... Yeah, I think Crackdown. We just leave the Crackdown. We leave the Shrink. Shrink's not doing anything anyway. I think we just pass here, right? I think we just pass because we have Sarketsu armor. Yeah, we just pass. We just pass. We have Sarketsu armor plus we have... Because I don't want a barrier statue and then I don't really know what that really helps. I mean, I guess barrier statue can prevent a BLS from coming out, but like we have the out to the BLS. We have the Crackdown to take his BLS. We get a spell again, which is going to be a Pot of Desires. It's not a bad card. He's going to set another one that's scary and dangerous. Alright, he's going to banish the Skull Knight to pop a card. It's going to be Time Thief. I'm going to activate Time Thief because it's our last time activating him, obviously, because we don't, have a monster underneath, but we're going to be able to draw, which is good. He's drawn us, like, a lot of cards. I don't know how many. He's drawn us a lot of cards here, which is good. So we're going to draw, that's pretty good. Dragoody's pretty good, but this guy's not attacking at all, so maybe not the best card ever, but useful. Battle phase, I don't know why he did that. End phase, okay, so, actually, his monsters can't even be targeted? Man, this is annoying. Memories of an adversary, I just lose then. Alright, we're going to flip the Familiar Possessed. I'm going to try my best here. I think the move here is to get rid of this Toon World. It's the only way to do this. And we're going to go into Brute Enforcer. Now he's got very few cards in hand, so we're going to go 1 and 2 and get rid of this Brute Enforcer. And now I think he doesn't have a trap card in his hand. That's what I think he doesn't have, because obviously you'd set your trap cards. You wouldn't not set your trap cards. So we're going to summon the Brute Enforcer, and hopefully we can out the Toon Kingdom finally. Okay, so we're going to activate this. I'm going to discard. Let me just read this again. Okay, so we can actually discard anything. I don't think Shrink is doing anything for us. So if he has a spell card, then he can negate this card effect. Which hopefully he does not have a spell card in his hand. Oh my god, what a relief. Jeez, man, I was about to have a heart attack. Okay, now the question is, do we go into our good friend, do we go into our Crusadia Avermax here is the question. We go Barrier Statue and then attack, or do we go in Crusadia Avermax? Like, which direction do we go here? I think Barrier Statue is probably the best bet we've got right now. So we're going to normal summon this, and we're going to go to battle phase. I think this is the best bet we've got. Hopefully he doesn't have any foolishness going on. We do have some great cards in play here. We do have some life points to play with. Not too much, but we have some. What's this? Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Level 6 or higher monsters can't attack. Okay, so there goes Bestial Magnamut. But Barrier Statue and Brute Enforcer can attack. Why would he play that? I mean, I guess he's playing the little tunes then. Macrocosmos. Okay, that is too late to matter. So now at least this is actually better for us, because now we know not to be afraid of those two cards. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna attack with these two, and I don't even know Macrocosmos really helps him, because now if he activates Toon Bookmark, it gets banished, and then he can't protect the card. Okay. Do we activate this Tragoides? No. I'm just going to set this, and I'm just going to pass here, because this doesn't target, right? When an opponent's monster declares attack, take damage, take the monster. Okay. But if we take the damage, we just lose. Alright. I don't know what to say. We're so close, but so far away. Toon Gemini Elf can't attack if Toon World's not on the field. Okay, so I can just take this right now. In theory, whatever other card he has isn't important, because if he activates Toon World, then I can't do anything about it. Yeah, if he activates Toon World, if he activates the Toon Kingdom, then I can't target it any longer, so I might as well take it now while I still can, and put it on my side of the field. And then whatever other card that he has isn't super important, because he's already tried to do something with it. Battle phase, okay, that's fine. Main phase 2. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to take his monsters. We need to take his normal summonable mod. That's actually a pretty good card too. The Ledger Book. I think we just summon this, actually. Yeah, none of his cards are doing anything right now to us, regardless, so... We can actually do Sous-Ship. Sous-Ship is... Yeah, we can Sous-Ship with his Toon and another card here, so... Oh, no. Level 6 or higher special summon monsters. Okay, that's fine. Actually, that should be game if we go into Sous-Ship right now. Okay, so we go into Sous-Ship using 1 and 2, right? It's 500 more. Actually, cancel. Let me do the math here. This is 8,500 on board. This should be game. Okay, so this should be game, because this will allow the other dude to attack. So we go 1 and 2, and we go into Sous-Ship. So now we go to battle phase here. So we attack with the Sous-Ship, we do some damage, we activate the Sous-Ship effect, and then we're going to destroy the graveyard. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Now Bestial Magnamut can attack, and this is essentially game now. Alright, we played that one out pretty damn smart. I don't care what anybody says. That was a solid game. We deserve something crazy out of that one, for sure. Something crazy out of our pack. Our packs have been not so great, but screw the packs. This has been a tough day of dueling. So let's get our 3 legacy tickets. We deserve something crazy. Alright, so out of just curiosity, this is what our opponent was playing. I don't even know what he had in hand. Maybe it was like an evenly matched. That's probably what he had in his hand. He probably had an evenly matched, but this is his hand. It's an anti-meta Toon deck, which he had 1 copy of Toon Kingdom and 1 copy of Toon Bookmark, and he opened the damn things. But yeah, these cards were crazy. And then he's got Briefcase and stuff like that. So it's a very, very anti-meta Toon deck. And then he's got things like Clockwork Knight and Time-Tearing Morganite. There's a lot of cards in here that I would steal. Imagine we could do that. Imagine we could steal a card from our opponent's deck. That would be awesome. Alright, let's get this Master Pack. Let's see what we get. It's glowing. I mean, that's something. That's pretty good. That's Zaphion the Time Lord. Basically outspawn trap cards. Attacks, shuffles away all spawn trap cards. And then if this card's sent to the field to graveyard, draw a card. I mean, I guess if we link it away, we get to draw a card. That's not bad either. This card's really not bad. I don't even really see anything negative with this card, other than the fact that we play mostly front row decks, so I don't know how useful. And it's a going second card. Not a bad card. Obviously, this is a whatever it is, Skull Servant card, so we can't really use it. Numeria card. Let's see if this is generic in any way. If you control another Numeria, banish the following number of cards from your extra deck. Then do this stuff. Yeah, I don't think we can play this quite yet. Divine Dragon. I've never seen this card. What is, this is a very complex card that requires other copies of itself, so I don't think we're going to be able to use that. This is a Prediction and Princess card. Obviously, we can't really use that. And this is Gamma the Magnet Warrior, so I think we can use that. And then we've got a Melodious Diva, super rare. This card can attack twice during the battle phase. Sent to the graveyard, we can summon another Melodious Diva. Not a terrible card, we just don't really have any of the components to make it, nor the fusion spell to make it. So, other than Zaphion, there's nothing really useful out of this particular pack. Alright, let's open some Legacy tickets. Hopefully these are good, because we've had a tough day today. Cost Down is not a terrible card. We've got when this card's destroyed by battle, special summon 2 tokens. I mean, level 7? Level 7, when it's destroyed by battle, it summons 2 tokens. I mean, come on. Goblin Marauding Squad. This is just getting new support. This card's not terrible. It's actually not like a terrible card. It's just a Beast Warrior. If that was a Warrior, maybe go in our Warrior deck. And then we've got Motor Shell. This card's not bad either. If it's sent from field to grave, you get to summon a token. Like, it's not a bad card for link climbing, actually. You know which deck this could actually work for? This could work for our normal monster deck, because if we link this away with another card, we get an engine token, and we can turn that into a link spider. And if we turn that into a link spider, we can summon, I don't know, like a normal monster. So it's not actually a bad card. And it's level 4. Not actually a terrible card, honestly. And then we've got Launcher Commander. If I'm Cyber's card. Yeah, not terrible. And then another Jurak card. If this card's destroyed by battle, special summon 2 Jurak tokens. I mean, it's okay. Alright, so we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent let us go first. Our hand it's looking okay. I mean, we've got Shrink. Shrink is quickly becoming one of those cards. Like, it's becoming one of those cards that actually isn't as good as I would like it to be. Because it's only really good when we have Barrier Statue. When we don't have Barrier Statue, it's just kind of not as usable. We have Cup of Ace, which we're going to use because why not? Let's use it. Let's give it a try. We got heads. Look at that. We got heads. Pot of Greed. Look at that. Well, that was awesome. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're going to normal summon the Crowley. We're going to special... Actually, should I activate this to declare to change an attribute? Maybe it'll affect Valorous or something. Yeah, let's change its attribute to light. Let's see if our opponent responds in any way. No, they don't seem to be. We're going to summon the Inkari Fire. And we're going to go into Time Thief, because it seems like the best situational card here right now. It seems like the best card in this situation. And then I think we just set 2 cards and pass. So we're going to set this, and we're going to set the Paleozoic Dino Mist. Because what's crazy is we actually essentially resolved Pot of Greed, and our board is still in terms of card advantage exactly the same as when we started the duel. So now we're going to activate Time Thief. We're going to see what our opponent's playing. Hopefully we get a decent card off the top. We got a monster. It is a what? Gene Wrapped Werewolf. Okay. No, Gene Warped Werewolf, which is another card. I'd love to pull this. I'd love to pull this card. I would love to pull Shiny Black Sea Squatter. These are 2 cards that I would absolutely love to pull. He's going to go to battle phase, which means we're playing against a bot. Wow, okay. You know what? After a tough day of dueling, I don't mind a few bots to finish it off. I'm starting to understand the timing of this game. The worst time to play is between like 6 and I want to say like 10 p.m. Outside of that, the game isn't really that bad, but there are certain times where you're just playing essentially the meta all day long. But right now seems to be bot hour, which I'll take some packs after a grueling day. So we're going to go take another one. We've got another card I'd love to pull, Mystery Shell Dragon. There's no point to do anything but attack right now. We have like all of these decent cards. We won the coin flip. We have Forbidden Chalice. We have like we have a pretty cool setup. Our opponent's a bot. Alright, so we just activated the bit analyzer. This is going insane. We actually, off the analyzer, we hit this freaking Pissphilia right here, which is like one of our most ideal plays. It's crazy that like I'm playing against the bot and I'm like I have this like insane hand in terms of, you know, insane hands in our deck, but we have like this insane hand in our deck, and now we can go into like Paladin and we can go into all of these cool cards, but when we play against a real person, it's just a disaster. Like, look how hard we're comboing off, dude. We just summoned Paladin, we summoned the Pissphilia dude, we summoned Paladin, which is a spellcaster, which we can go into the Ryu, and now we have game on board. Like, we just are absolutely comboing off against our opponent simply because they're a bot here, but like unbelievable. All right, so we got 2 legacy tickets, and what is this? Gravedigger Ghoul. Target monsters in your opponent's graveyard, banish them. Not even honestly like a terrible card. It's really not even a terrible card. It's a worse version of the, not Soul Exchange, whatever that card is, the Soul Release or something like that. Yeah, 2 legacy tickets. This is what the computer was playing. Honestly, not even like that uncool of a deck. You've got Clockwork Knight, which again is like a dream card. Raigeki just got added recently, actually, to the Master Pack, so we actually can pull it. It wasn't in the Master Pack for a while. And then a bunch of vanillas that are 2000 attack, which I would love to pull for our normal monster deck. The rest of this stuff is all crap. This is actually not a bad card depending on the matchup too. Alright, let's open this Master Pack. Let's see. Hopefully we get something usable, because we haven't been really getting a lot of usable stuff. That way you guys can tell me what you want me to play. We've got an Inferni Tributed Dark, special summon Inferni from your deck. Not the worst card, honestly. Infernity. Cypher Knight. Alright, so Cypher Knight's not really that usable for us. Now they're Flower Cardian. No way I'm reading that. Pendulum Call. Dude, I'm gonna... It's like I keep pulling pendulums, which isn't bad. By no means is that bad. It's just I personally have I don't really know how to play pendulums. Of all of the decks to pull, I'm gonna go from a Floodgate player to a pendulum player. I don't even want to be a Floodgate player. Salamangreat, target 2 Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, different names, add them to your hand. Not bad actually. If this destroyed, add a Salamangreat spawn trap to hand. It's not bad either. Light Pulsar, second copy. Add Ignister, not bad. And then we've got, this is a generic rank 3. Detach, targeted the Djinn monster you control, you can make a second attack. So you can make itself make a second attack. So that's not actually that bad. Pendulum Call's crazy, right? It's crazy, but I mean, like I said, I don't even know how to play pendulums. And I might end up playing pendulums. This is bananas. And as of right now, the pendulum deck isn't super ready, but like, I swear to you, every episode we pull more and more and more pendulum stuff. It's like the universe wanted me to play floodgates. Now the universe wants me to play pendulums. All right, we got 2 legacy tickets. Let's open these up. We got to see what we get. Hopefully it's something useful. Let's see. We've got a Gusto card. Your opponent cannot activate cards when a Gusto monster declares an attack. It's not too great. And then this weird Drop of Water card. Okay, so this card's actually not the worst card ever. We've drawn it before. We pulled it before. It actually can protect a barrier statue if we equip it, because it's 1000 attack. But the problem is, if we don't get to barrier statue, this card is just dead. So we have a lot of cards that are actually better than that card at protecting the barrier statue that we've already cut. So I don't think it's a point to keep that. Gem Armadillo. Not actually a bad card. It adds Gem Knight and then Crawling Dragon number 2, which we already have. Gem Armadillo is not a bad card. It adds any Gem Knight on summon, and it's level 4, and it's a rock. So I don't know which Gem Knights we have. We have Lapis, is it Lazuli or which one? We have one of them, but I think we have a level 3 normal monster. If I got the level 4 normal monster, Gem Knight Garnet, I would actually play it, because number 1, this is a rock, the other card's a rock, and then we have the Adamancipator, and then we also have it searches a level 4, and it itself is a level 4, so it'd be kind of cool in the normal monster deck. But as of right now, obviously it's not going to be played. All right, we just lost the coin flip here. I could have sworn I cut the Unbreakable Spear. I mean, I guess oh yeah, I cut the other copy. We just lost the coin flip. Our hand is okay. I mean, I guess it's okay. We've got Barrier Statue and Unbreakable Spear, and then if we draw Spellcaster, we've got 2 special summons. And we've got Arborea, so actually if we draw Spellcaster, we're in really good shape right here. Our opponent's playing Super Heavy Samurai. This is essentially over. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is looking absolutely amazing right now. We won the coin flip. We have a Barrier Statue, a Threading Root, and a There Can Only Be One, and a Bestial Magnum, and a Small World. Our hand is looking absolutely sick right now. I don't even know what direction to go. I don't even know if it's worth using Small World, honestly. I mean, we can Small World, but like, what are we even going to Small World into? Guess we just save the Small World. I'm definitely going to Barrier Statue. I'm definitely going to set that there can only be one. Now, we won the coin flip. We're just waiting for our opponent to, like, make a decision here. Maybe he has a Max C or something. Alright, we're going to normal summon the Barrier Statue, and we're just going to set the Threatening Roar, and there can only be one. We're just going to pass here. I think that's good enough for me. I guess we just have to see what our opponent's playing. Alright, they're just going to go to end phase. It's fine with me. Maybe we just prevented them from doing anything productive. He's got the Ledger Book. I don't know if it's really worth using Small World to go into some other damage, but if we're preventing him from playing, I think it probably is. We're going to go Small World into the highest attack monster I can possibly go into right now. Obviously, we're going to get rid of the Bestial Magnemite. What is the strongest monster we can go into, actually? Let's check. It's the strongest normal summon that we have. We have Analyzer. It's not the strongest. Crowley, maybe? It's 1800. Tiamon we can't summon. Tiamaton we cannot summon. So Crowley's probably the strongest. Inkari Fire. Inkari Fire we can special summon back. Maybe another Barrier Statue? No, I think the strongest that we can summon is the strongest that we can summon is Crowley. Alright, so we're going to banish the Ranryu. And we're going to search out Crowley. Or we could just search Witch of the Black Forest because it can float. Or we could just search another Barrier Statue, honestly. I think 2 Barrier Statues is probably the best thing we can do right now. Because now 2 Barrier Statues plus the Ledger Book plus there can only be 1 plus all this other stuff I think is probably the best situation we can possibly be in. So we're going to go to battle. Attack twice. And then we're going to main phase 2. Set the Ledger Book. Pass here. Like, just outrageously good. 2 Barrier Statues. So even, I mean, they'd have to have like a Raigeki and like some other stuff. But right now, this is a pretty good hand. Alright, they're just going to pass to the end phase again. Fine with me. Alright, we're just going to go to battle phase and attack. We drew Nefariousness and that's about it. But we're going to battle phase attack and hopefully wrap it up next turn if our opponent keeps... I don't know if they're bricking. I don't know if they're a bot. They discarded Rush Recklessly at the end phase. I mean, I'm leaning towards new player or bot. But a new player with Rush Recklessly would have normal summoned something and just attacked over the Barrier Statue. But, yeah, again, I don't know what he's got. But we essentially have won this duel. Yeah, our opponent just went to end phase every time. I mean, that's it. I guess we just won that one. Nothing we could do. I mean, they are a bot. Alright, we've got 1 legacy ticket. I mean, I really wasn't too deserved to win, so, I mean, I don't really care if I don't pull anything off of this one. Alright, let's get this master pack. It's a UR. I mean, it's been quite a day, so let's see if we can pull anything crazy here. Flytrap is actually really good in, I said this is actually really good in a sealed format because on summon it places a Predaplant counter and then it basically makes that monster, level 1, stuff like that. And then at the start of the damage step, if it battles a monster with a lower level, which is level 2, it destroys that monster automatically and then increases this card by that level. So in a sealed format, this card is actually really, really good. Level-wise, it kind of doesn't really mess with the rest of our deck, but again, it's really not a bad card in a sealed format. Grand Convergence, we don't have Macrocosmos. Battling Boxer... Puncher, destroy that monster. If this attacks the desert, it's not bad. Core is a Guakimeru card. Mekanko, this is the Mekanko trap, so we don't really need it. XYZ Encore is good at outing certain cards. Overheat, and then let's see, we've got Grand Horn of Heaven. Why is this card a UR? During your main phase, during your opponent's main phase, when they would summon a monster, negate the summon, destroy that monster, your opponent draws 1 card. When they would special summon a monster or monsters. So is that inherent summons? Is that spawn trap cards? I'd have to try this out. It's not a bad card. It is not a bad card at all. And more than likely, then end the main phase. Wow, that's pretty good. Then end the main phase. Okay. That's pretty good. We probably play that. That's another interruption. Obviously Strike is better. Obviously, a Judgment is better. Obviously, there's a lot of better cards out there. But this really, I don't know why this is a UR. This seems like a SR. This seems like an SR, maybe an R. This doesn't really seem like a UR, but I'll take it. It's definitely quite a good card. All right, let's open our 1 legacy ticket here of the entire episode, of this win here, which again, if we don't pull anything, it doesn't really matter to me. Gain 1,000 for every psychic, don't have any. Interplanetary. All right, so this card basically just floats if our monsters destroy a battle, if it's in the graveyard, but we already have this anyway. It's not good. All right, so I've been complaining about Shrink quite a bit. I'm getting rid of Shrink, and I'm going to play the Grand Horn of Heaven, another trap UR that we get here. Interesting card. I'll see if it comes up. I'm pretty sure it only stops inherent summons, but that's still pretty good because it can stop like a bigger monster from coming out. It's definitely a pretty decent interruption. Ends, and it makes your opponent draw, which isn't good, but it ends their main phase, which is nice. All right, so we just won the coin flip. Our hand is like super monster heavy. I'm trying to figure, this is actually a warrior, yeah. These two, if we had a spellcaster, they're just going to scoop it up. They're not even going to play it out. They're just going to scoop it up. All right, I guess this is the last duel. This is the last duel. I just said it was going to be the last duel, but that is anticlimactic. I mean, we just get our pack and bounce, I guess. We get in here. We've got 2 legacy tickets. So out of curiosity, our opponent was actually playing Snake Eye, which 1,000,000% they would have beat us. Like, there's not a shot in hell we beat this deck. Look at this deck. This deck is insane. He's got Poplar. He's got Birch. He's got Ash. He's got a fully complete meta deck ready to go, ready to play. If they hadn't scooped, they would have won. All right, let's open this master pack, see what we get. Oddly enough, I actually won a lot of rares, so let's hope we get those, because this is a Psy-Frame card. We don't really play them. We don't have enough to play. We've got the Tortoise, which isn't really usable. Magical Musketeer card, Steady Hand, doesn't really work with the rest of our deck. What does this actually do? Alright, so this card is actually not a bad card for reptiles, and we have a few reptiles, but not enough. Wow! Hello! That is a great card. Dimensional Fissure. It's only a rare. Wow, that's a really good card. I'm playing that. There's not a doubt in my mind I'm playing that. We don't even touch our graveyard. We don't even touch our graveyard. That's crazy. Bestial Magnum, it's like the only card we have that interacts with graveyards. That's a really, really good card. Wow, Aqua Dolphin's not bad. I don't think we play. Discard a card, look at your opponent's hand. I mean, we can get rid of a hand trap, but I don't think that's too good. For our deck, anyway, we have another Gorilla. I know we never had this, so we don't have the Fire Formation cards that really matter. And then our last card is another Sofa card, another Pendulum card that is added to our Pendulum pile. I guess we have to look at our Pendulums, because I'm pulling a lot. Dimensional Fissure is crazy. Look at that. I can't believe we just pulled. That's a really, really good Floodgate. All right, these are the last two legacy tickets of the episode here. I don't know why, but the game just wants me to play one of 2 things: Pendulums and Floodgates, which I typically don't want to play. But you know, the game just this is a 6 Samurai card. This is actually this was used against us today. The Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. Someone used this against us today. I know very well what it does now. And we lost that one, sadly enough. And then we've got Fishborg Doctor. This actually isn't that bad if you have other Fishborgs, because it's level 4. It's actually not a bad card. And then we've got Ally Mind, which is statistically just a terrible card, but it's a tuner. I mean, it's not the worst thing. Yeah, that's what we pulled. All right, so this is definitely adding to the Yugi Junior deck. But I said I would scroll through all the cards that we own, and I would let you guys build a deck. If any of you wants to build a deck, I will listen to whatever deck that you guys build. So these are all of the cards that we have. We're scrolling through everything. A lot of options, honestly, right now, but I don't even know what we would play. Like I said, if it was up to me, I just continue playing what we're currently playing. But if one of you has a crazy build out there, like I said, if you send me like an image through, like, I don't know, some kind of website shares images, just put the URL down below, or you just send me or you just put a list in the comments section. Whatever gets like the most likes, I'll play that. Because honestly, I want to try new decks, and at this point, I'm kind of out of ideas. I'm not really ready to play Pendulums, but I guess I can practice it in the meantime. I really have to look at a build that would be good. But you know, if one of you guys has a build, put it in the comment section down below. If not, it's fine. I'll just keep playing this deck, because this deck honestly just keeps getting better every episode. We keep pulling things little by little by little, and it just keeps getting better, like I said. So this is what we've got available to us. And it's like going down memory lane, some of these cards. Why am I not playing Anti-Spell in the main deck of this deck? Kind of makes you wonder. I probably should be playing Anti-Spell, honestly, because we don't even use that many spell cards. Like I said, this deck just becomes more and more and more of a floodgate deck every episode. We're now at the point we have... Actually, Anti-Spell kind of shuts some of our stuff down. It used to shut some of our stuff down because we played more quick plays, but now Anti-Spell is like... Actually, not even that bad because we don't have as many... nearly as many quick plays as we used to. So it's become a lot better. Yeah, Anti-Spell, like, it's become better because we do have 2 copies of Forbidden Chalice too. I just remembered that. We have 2 copies of Forbidden Chalice. We still have this Eradicator. We haven't touched that in such a long time. And Eradicator is actually pretty easy for us to make. Our main struggle, is 2 things. It's advantage and going second. Those are our main 2 struggles. Advantage and going second. Because we just have trouble with both of those aspects of the game. Going second and advantage, because going second against like any constructed deck is rough. And then of course advantage is just terrible because most of the time most decks can outgrind us. Even the worst archetypes can outgrind us because they have like a resource system. You know, they have a resource system. They have goals that they're trying to accomplish. We just have a bunch of random stuff that we're doing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I think it ends somewhere around here, because I just saw there can only be 1. Yeah, and it ends right here. And some of these are in the structure deck, so they don't count. But those are all of the cards that we've ever pulled. So that is, those are all of the cards that are available to us. If you have a deck idea, put it down in the comment section down below. If none of you have a deck idea, then it's fine. I'll just continue playing this deck and just making it better. But thank you for watching. La, 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 la.